we can now look inside and make sure that our heart health is good for the long term. And when you consider 1 in 3 people in this country die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, the very first symptom you get is sudden death, you got to get to Life Imaging FLA and make sure your heart is in good shape. Remember, this is a free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Also, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. And it's so easy to make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Guys, make that appointment today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
There are only about 4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. stock exchange. But there are an estimated 33 million companies in the U.S. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. The average investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now. True portfolio strength is found beyond the confines of the S&P 500, investing in promising companies before they go public. Private real estate, infrastructure, world-changing technologies. This is called the endowment model. The endowment model has historically outperformed the traditional model of just stocks and bonds. If you're an accredited investor and want more from your investments, it's time to think beyond just stocks and bonds. Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Save big, where the season of wonder meets wild fun at Busch Gardens Christmastown. See holiday lights at thrilling heights on 18 rides and coasters. Enjoy dazzling new shows and holiday flavors, and heartwarming moments with Santa, Rudolph, and friends. Christmas shines brightest with nearly 70 miles of twinkling lights at Tampa Bay's best and longest running holiday event, Busch Gardens Christmastown. Select dates from November 14th through January 5th. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Black Friday pre-sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
In a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now is the perfect time, because Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. And here's the really big news. Buy now and pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right, 0 down and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors are built for Florida homes, engineered to handle heat, humidity, and hurricanes, while helping you save on energy bills year-round. And with their smart sunglass, you'll enjoy natural light while reducing heat loss and boosting your comfort. William agrees and says our horizontal slide window from Renewal by Andersen is beautiful. The quality rises above the rest. Their installation is very professional, a very good experience. I recommend Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process in 4 easy steps. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613. Hey,
it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you got to make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people. live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the UPS plane crash to the controversy over Tom Brady's clone dog, and our New Yorkers celebrating or heading for Florida. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. What's happening? And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch. Record yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good. How are you?
Bad. Nice, decent, okay. We got to get to, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about today, obviously. But everybody this morning, the whole inbox was full of people sending different angles of that UPS plane crash from yesterday afternoon. It was, have you seen the one? We'll show it later, obviously. But have you seen the one of the guy in his delivery truck?
No.
Oh, my God. This dude's like in his delivery truck, and it's like a massive missile has landed behind him or something.
Thank God.
It was freaky. So we'll talk about what went down there, all of that good stuff. Election stuff, all the rest. We'll have fun today, of course, on a Wednesday as we sift through all things viral on planet Earth. Speaking of that, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the world of basketball, everybody.
All right.
Yes, that's right. Globetrotters, basketballers, shooters, and hoopers unite, because, boy, do I have a story for you. And when it comes to sports, not only do I love basketball, not only do I love women's basketball, but women's college basketball is something I never watch. So I didn't see this, but it seems like a blast. All right, we have 2 teams playing here. One is CSU Northridge. I am not familiar.
Go Northridge.
Bethesda University is playing them. And here's the thing, okay? Bethesda had a bit of an issue. The Bethesda women's basketball team, they all had the flu. Or at least that's their excuse for why you're seeing 72-0 on
That's rough.
And
I mean, at some point, I know that it's not involved in college rules, but
throw in the towel.
Come on.
It's like, come on, coach, please.
So who was in? I mean, they had enough players, or they only had 2 players?
I don't know exactly how many players they had, but the story says, and you guys could look up Bethesda basketball and probably find some more details, but the story suggested that they had the flu and they were battling some things. And it was so bad that it was 72-0 in the third. All right, CSU Northridge is beating Bethesda 72-0, and when they finally scored a point here.
Matador's largest victory in program history.
Oh my goodness, you said victory, and Cheyenne Moreo gets the 3-pointer.
Program history.
This entire crowd in the Premier American Credit Union Arena is clapping for them.
Finally!
Everybody excited. They finally
Seems like the crowd had the flu,
scored a
too.
bucket, Graham.
72-3 at this point in time.
So,
oh my God.
That's so bad. So 5 players that, played because of the flu. And the ending score, I don't know if you've mentioned this. Are you ready to mention it?
No. All I have is where they were with 4 minutes left in the third quarter of this women's basketball game that was pretty one-sided, was 72-3. So where did they end?
103-13.
Oh, God almighty, that's tough. It's got to be hard to have the flu and play basketball. It does. And it's like you're just dragging.
So it's not like
out
a
there.
cold. I mean, the flu makes your body hurt, and you're sweating, and you don't know where you are for 2 days.
Your mind is not there. That's one of the biggest problems.
Yeah.
With the flu, your mind is like probably 50% brain power, and then you're just throwing the ball up. And I love that they finally got one in there, though, and congratulations. What was that final score again? 112?
103-13.
Yeah,
103-13. A little bit of a blowout in the world of women's basketball. Don't get the flu, everybody. Be careful. You hear anybody making any noise out there on the streets, you duck, you move, you get away. I'm doing it all the time now. I'm out in public. I hear somebody.
I wonder how many games they have in their season, because like when opening day of baseball happens and your team loses, everybody's like, well, there's just 156 more of these.
Right, yeah.
But opening day for Bethesda. Maybe we just want to skip that one.
How many games? Typically includes around 31 or 32 games, followed by the conference and postseason tournaments.
So we can forget about this at some point.
That's almost as many turnovers as they had.
That's like I'm sure there was some garbage ass show that was done. I did in January, and when I finished it, I was like, terrible, the worst ever.
But the next game they have to win, because every time you Google, what is it, Bethesda, you're going to see that.
You're going to need to do something else crazy to get some attention.
Green dildos back?
Yeah, it might be green dildos round 2, or you're going to have to really shock everybody, I think.
I don't know. Looking at that crowd, they were like, the whole crowd is clapping. I'm like, yeah, all 12 of them. You get a green dildo on the court on that game, you know exactly who threw it.
Speaking of green dildos, love your shirt today. Looks fantastic. Yeah,
Ooh, we could have
beautiful.
fun with this.
Just beautiful. I have questions, and one that is lingering about the elections last night is this. Somebody explain this to me, because I know it's not right, okay? I know it's not right, but I'm a dummy, so I need this explained to me. Here we go. On the prediction markets, before the election was all counted and the polls were closed, you could vote or like invest, bet on Zohran Mamdani to win or lose, right? And if you bet for Mamdani, the guy who ended up winning the mayor slot in New York City, as anticipated, if you bet $10,000 on him to lose, you would win $117,000, right? Because obviously he was very much favored to win. So if you would have bet on Mamdani to lose yesterday and bet $10,000, you would have possibly won $117,000. Now stay with me, all right? You would have put $10,000 on lose, could have won $117,000. If you put $100,000 on win, you would have won $111,000. That's free money, is it not? Right? Because if he loses, you get $117,000, right? And if he wins, you get $111,000. Either way,
are these your screenshots, Sean?
No. This is somebody posted this on Twitter that I'm looking at here. No, you think I bet on this? No, I didn't. I'm not betting on politics. I'm not betting on politics now or ever. But if you would have bet for him to lose or win, the same amount of money was in play, and you would have won no matter what. Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna have to bow out and be an observer for this.
$10,000, C-Lane, on a no vote would bring you $117,000. Right?
I think that's the money you could have won.
Yeah. Yes.
If
right.
he didn't win.
Yes. Right. So
wait.
you could have won $117,000 if he didn't win, or you could have won $111,000 off of $100,000 if he did win. You could have bet on both sides of that and won. Do you understand the math there?
Well, now I kind of want to bet on politics if it's
he doesn't understand
outcomes
the math
like that.
Okay. No matter what,
All right, explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, let's see.
I know what you're going to say.
You have $100,000, Christopher. Okay.
Yeah.
If you put the $100,000 yes on Mamdani to win the election, right, that's $100,000 in, you will win $111,000. All right. If you put another $10,000 for him to lose, and that wins, you will win $117,000. If you bet on
but that
both,
lost.
No, but if you bet on both, that's $110,000, and both of them pay out more than $110,000. Do you follow what I'm saying yet, or is it still?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try this.
No,
I
get it now.
No, I'm explaining it like you're 3.
I get it now. You bet on both of them.
Boy named Chris has $110,000. You bet for and against. It's free money.
I'm a dummy.
Free money. How does that make any sense? How does that make? Is this a loophole?
You have to bet on both. I get it.
You know what? Forget it. I thought you were saying no matter which one you bet on, you would get money, but not that you had to bet on both. If you bet on both, you automatically win because you would risk $110,000.
Well, we should have bet some money last night then.
Well, that's why I'm saying it can't be right though. It can't be right. It must be that there's too many. Is there so many fees that would make it so you lost? Because otherwise, why wouldn't everybody with $110,000 bet on yes and no, and then no matter what the outcome is, you still win?
Here's the deal.
You're still in the positive.
Statistically, we have someone who has a gambling addiction that listens to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So please send a dispatch and explain this to everyone.
Yeah.
That's all I could say.
I'll post this up on See It Now. All right, and you got to help me make sense of this.
Oh, it's like we're 5, please.
All right,
and
here we
it's
go.
legal to gamble if we're 5.
I'm getting a screenshot of this, and I'm going to post it up on See It Now. And I need a gambling professional of some sort to tell me, hey, here's why this actually doesn't work. Because otherwise, you could just bet yes and no on stuff. And if you're rich, you just make money. But maybe that's the secret to life, right? The secret to life is, hold on, how does this work? The secret to life is once you're rich, you could just bet on things, and then whether they win or lose, you still win. The rich people win. It's just as easy as that, I guess. All right, it's up on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com. Sorry it took C-Lane so long to understand that. It's just very, very, I had to just slug
You're
through
the
that.
one that still doesn't understand it.
That's a good point.
Understand it. Tell me
Then
how I
explain
don't
it.
understand it.
Explain
I just
it.
did. 5 times I
You
explained
were
it.
Why are you asking people to explain it to you if you understand it?
Yeah, you didn't explain it. You were asking questions.
Both of you shut up for a moment, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I am saying that I understand that if you were to bet on win and lose and spend this amount of money, no matter what, whether win or lose, you would still come out positive. I don't understand how that makes any sense.
It's because 2 different betting sites are offering 2 different odds.
Okay, I'm done. This is worse. This is worse. This is worse than the doomsday clock. This is worse than what we're going to do instead is focus on something else here, right? Last night there was an election. A lot of people voted in New York.
Heard they even bet on it.
Oh,
yeah,
careful.
Some of them did. And they asked the folks afterwards, like, what was going on? How you feeling about stuff? Why did you vote the way that you voted? NBC News did what's called an exit poll. I think most people know what an exit poll is. I'll probably explain it to C-Lane here. Maybe successfully, maybe not. But an exit poll is when you're exiting the polls and they ask questions. And they say, like, what was it that you were voting for? What was motivating you? How important was this? How important was this? And here's what NBC says of people's vibes yesterday in these elections across a handful of states. In the first major election of President Donald Trump's second term, voters in Virginia, New Jersey, California, and New York City are expressing dissatisfaction with Trump and with both political parties, according to early results from NBC News. Most voters are dissatisfied with the way things are going in the country today, and they express concern over the simple stuff. Imagine that, folks. The simple stuff, financial issues and the economy, almost always top of the list because people care about their lives and their monies. The governor's races in New Jersey and Virginia, as well as a closely watched mayoral election in New York City and the redistricting ballot measure in California, highlight the first big election of Trump's second term. And so they said, how are you feeling about how Trump is doing across these states? Not great. 43% approve in Jersey, 41 in Virginia. No surprise, 29 in New York City, 36 in California. And interesting tidbit is, how did the voters see, according to NBC News, the Democratic and Republican parties? Beyond views of the president, neither Republican nor Democratic Party is seen in particularly positive terms among voters this year. In Virginia, New Jersey, and California, more voters expressed unfavorable than favorable views of the Democratic Party. Views of the Republican Party are not quite as negative, but still not seen in favorable terms by a majority in any state surveyed. Nobody likes these people. Nobody likes them across the country. Voters picking new governors in Jersey and Virginia also expressed concern about the way things are going in the country. And 65% in Jersey said they were angry or dissatisfied with the direction of the country. Virginia, 63% saying that. It boiled down to the economy on a lot of stuff and people talking about the government shutdown and who they blame and all of those different things. If you were watching some of the coverage, which is probably only a tiny percent of you last night, let us know what you thought of it. Send in your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. We go over to a couple of those emails very quickly. Tom emails tips at thenewsjunkie.com about re-hooterization, which, for those of you who don't know, was something that was discussed on the show yesterday. Apparently, the original OG owners of Hooters have repurchased the restaurant as some of the chains, and they said they wanted to make it more modest. Although modest to them was just getting rid of the new, black Hooters outfits with the sort of ass wedgie thing going on, which didn't seem very comfortable.
Yeah, we're going back to boobs, it seems.
Going back to the orange shorts. And
is that so crazy?
No, it's not crazy. But there was, the butt had a phase for a second there. So this kind of makes sense.
I don't know if it's a wider movement against the ass and back towards the Hooters or what this means, but that's what Tom is emailing about, just so you know. Hey, junkies, I live in the Villages, and they just opened a brand new Hooters out here about 3 months ago.
Yeah, well, I reported on that a few times.
That's true. My wife and I were talking about this with the bartender, and we asked how it was going at his location. She said that this location is constantly busy and doing well. They explained how there were rogue franchisees that changed the uniforms and even changed the menu. At some Hooters, you would not even recognize that you were in a Hooters anymore. She explained how the original owners were going to take full control of the remaining locations and change them back to the original menu, etc. This reminds me of the Ale House in Cocoa Beach. They use the exact font as Miller's Ale House. Isn't that the weird thing? Aren't there ale houses everywhere and Miller's Ale Houses everywhere? None of them are necessarily
That's the whole franchise thing. And then as far as
no,
menu...
I'm saying it's not, though. Isn't it not?
I think maybe you could make the argument that you can't. It's the term ale house is too generic.
But Miller's Ale House is the franchise.
Miller's Ale House is the company.
Right.
Okay. They said they use the same exact font as Miller's Ale House, so that's what we thought it was. We knew that we made a mistake when the bartender told us they don't have zingers. No zingers.
Okay, well then burn the place to the ground because that's the whole point.
Dude,
out of here.
Who would want to work at a place like that is pretending to be something else and doesn't have any of the trademark things? Who would want to work somewhere where they constantly have to tell people, no, we don't have zingers. No, we don't have zingers.
Don't you feel like they would have something very, very we don't have zingers, but our blingers are just fantastic. You're going to love them. It's we don't have the bloomin' onion, but we have the bloomin'
onion.
No, there was another place that had an onion that had to have a different name. Somebody on the texting, Awesome Blossom.
Awesome Blossom.
Points.
Yeah. But if you don't have zingers, you better give it a real close name so people know what's going on.
Oh, like somebody has Bang Bang Shrimp and the other's we've got Dynamite Shrimp.
Yeah, exactly.
Pow,
yes.
pow.
She tried to explain how they won a lawsuit to use the font, and it pissed off patrons when they realized they'd been duped. Same thing was happening with Hooters. Love you guys, says Tom. Thank you, Tom. Philip emails tips at thenewsjunkie.com about a show on HBO Max. He says, my wife and I have been watching this show through its first 2 seasons. Season 3 was just released, and in the opening minutes of the show, we saw Amy Kaufel and Brooks Garner right away. If you haven't watched this series, it's amazing, says Space Coast native. I don't know. He doesn't mention the show.
Are you serious?
Space Coast native.
HBO Max show. You guys have been watching, I'm sure. What is the show he's talking about? Season 3 has got our friend Amy Kaufel.
It was obviously a documentary series of some sort.
Yeah,
like about a news story, or
I think I saw Amy in one of the
saw Casey Anthony.
Yeah, the Casey Anthony docu-series.
Ooh, what is
it? But that's not on a season 3 right now.
No,
somebody's going to know in chat here.
And if we had 3 seasons of Casey Anthony series,
Christ almighty,
we're out of content.
Yeah, I think somebody had maybe messaged me about this previously and said it was some sort of weather thing, like a somebody says Eye of the Storm. That might be it. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. It's not Debbie
is it
Does
because Brooks was in that tornado? That was the whole thing that went viral earlier this year.
They were all in a tornado.
All of them were, but Brooks is the one who went viral for it. He even went to go interview like last week about it.
Yeah. I think they were talking about it on the show.
Yeah. I think that's what it must have been because, they're saying it's the Eye of the Storm when they had the March 2025 tornado. So, it seems like that's what it was.
Points for all.
Our friend Amy in that one. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Very busy show today, as busy as can be. We are busy bees, and we'll get into a lot, including this UPS plane crash. Last 4 emails in my inbox all about this plane crash yesterday. People wondering what the hell happened and, how could a crash like this occur and what happened to the neighborhood where this went down. If you haven't heard about this, it's crazy and a good time now to pop on the stream on the video side if you'd like. We'll put it up on See It Now, of course, too, for those of you listening. But YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie, youtube.com/The News Junkie, not The News Junkie, that's different. It's just a guy jumping. The News Junkie on YouTube. You can check us out live during the show today. So we'll get to the UPS plane crash next and this controversy over Tom Brady cloning his dog. What the hell is going on? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Morning traffic's pretty much cleared up on most of the major roadways, except for I-4. You're still going to run into some slowdowns getting through the city in between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on Goldenrod Road, north of the East-West Expressway. Move over and slow.
Hello! Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome behind the scenes. Hi. We're in a commercial break on the show, but we'll be back shortly. And that's when we hang out here on Skull Mike. So excited. Oh, for those of you, and by the way, I realize there's a handful of you not excited about this. However, I am. Look at this beauty. Would you look at this? Oh. The brand new 4K PTZ. It's a behemoth. This one is going to be up here, direct shot on me, finally, thank God. Not from an angle quite as much anymore. It's not a telescope, no, but it sure looks like one, doesn't it? It's a beaut. I don't want to move it too much because it's a PTZ. But it is gorge, as the kids say. Hey everybody, hey, come on in. We could have 3 seasons of Casey Anthony, The Investigation, The Trail / Trial, and The New Life. No, don't we all know enough about Casey Anthony? No, we don't. I don't think we need to. Hey Dylan. Jeffrey says, my daughter was under the shelter-in-place order for the smoke from that crash. Jeffrey, that was crazy. I'll tell you why in a second here. You know. Jeffrey knows already. But there was literally a shelter-in-place order for this Kentucky UPS plane crash because they thought that the air might be poisoned. They thought as a result of the crash that the air might be poisoned, and they told people to stay inside their houses. That's how wild it was. Big Digit says that was $26.99 on Temu. I did not get this on Temu, but it was more than $26.99. $29.99. $29.99. The TNJ Hubble. Oh, I love it. We should call this thing Hubble, huh? Hubble Cam. Genius. I gotta remember that. I'm not gonna write it on it. Hubble Cam is awesome. Hubble Cam. The news was telling her area to shut down their air conditioning, and ash was falling over my parents' house. It's so crazy. The craziest thing is how the plane never got that high off the ground, first of all, which you'll see in a moment. But when it did crash, it crashed into a sort of residential area very close to the airport. And it was like it looked like a militaristic attack was underway. It looked like Russia hit the button, baby. It looked like, missiles landing and just blasting this place. Hubble sounds outdated. Should be Kepler? No. More people know Hubble than Kepler.
Solar Source is the one to help you. It's solarsource.com/monsters.
Don't knock Temu. I got plenty of stuff that will break if you look at it wrong from there. True, me too. Looks like it'll be cheap to buy a house in that neighborhood now. Yes. This is how we tackle the affordable housing crisis. We have to just bomb out neighborhoods with giant delivery aircraft. It's not easy, but effective. All right, couple of minutes and we're back live on the show with the UPS crash details. And if you haven't seen some of this footage, it's just unhinged. It was insane. It looked like the engine was on fire and it crashed into a petroleum depot and a Napa auto parts store. Yeah. It looked like Hollywood made a plane crash and then overdid it because Michael Bay was in charge. And so you have to walk out on the set and be like, come on, guys. Nobody's going to believe this is the crash scene. That neighborhood was likely low income already. Well, not a great time for them. It was on fire before takeoff. It never got... what did it get to? Did they say... 170 feet or something? I think that's right. I don't believe it got over like 200 feet in the air. Crazy. 90 seconds and we're back. Then we got to talk about Tom Brady cloning his dog. And I want to tell you, as much as I love my dog Lady, and as much as I love animals, I'm firmly against the idea of cloning animals moving forward. I think it's stupid. I think it's a dumb thing that rich people do to attempt to, just like they want to prolong their lives in the beauty space, now they want to do that in the animal space and be like, hey, this dog is replaceable because I can clone its DNA. When it just so happens that each and every dog actually is a little magical. There's something that's not in the DNA that you can't replicate.
Focuses on the facts.
But we'll talk about Tom Brady cloning his dog.
It's clear reporting, free from opinion.
Animals need to be one and done. True.
Call NBC News.
Lori says, love Tom Brady, but that is weird. It is. It is. We gotta talk about this. But first, the UPS plane crash, okay? Coming back.
To record a message to Santa. It can be a question, a song request, or to even just remind him why you should be on the nice list. Just open up the free iHeartRadio app and search North Pole Radio and make it a preset now.
Here we go.
It's a nice one, right?
Have a holly jolly Christmas. Just open Open up the free iHeartRadio app and search North Pole Radio and make it a preset now.
Love you, Santa.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
It's weird, it's stupid, and honestly, people should be shamed for cloning their pets. I think it is weird and it's stupid, and we'll get into Tom Brady doing that at some point on the show today. I want to talk right now, if you don't mind, about the thing that's number one in the inbox today, and that is this UPS plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky, and it is just, I mean, it looks fake.
Gnarly. It's insane.
I was saying, C-Lane, that it looked like Michael Bay was on the set of a film and they decided to recreate a plane crash, and then everybody watching it was like, no, this is overkill. Nobody's going to believe that a plane crash looks like this.
Yeah, their budget was insane because of how explosive this was.
But it really happened.
Oh,
it's real. One thing that I should kind of lay down here before we get into some of this, and you could watch the show over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, or search for The News Junkie on YouTube. Also, I'll be putting the footage that we watch here, as always, up on See It Now, the section of the website for folks to see the visuals that we talk about on this here show. But you need to know one thing. When you hear a plane crashing like this, it is a very large plane. You can picture like a plane that you might fly on going from one destination to another. But there's sort of another world up in the air where it's these cargo flights. It's, UPS, FedEx, and
those pilots, make big money, but it's all hours of the night, and everything you could see behind you empty, except for
no passengers.
Correct.
Yeah. It's just like loaded up with, I guess, your stuff that you've ordered on Amazon. It's deliveries that are headed across the country, and that's what's in these planes. And right off the jump at this airport in Louisville, Kentucky, they knew there was some sort of accident. Something went wrong. This plane, C-Lane, see if you can find the detail on the speed and altitude. If you search X, you'll find that. But I don't believe it ever got over like 200 feet or something. Which
off the bat,
maybe it was. I don't know. I don't even think it was 2,000. I think it was literally that low. It never really got very airborne, and then it just crashed into this residential neighborhood. But here was the earliest piece of this.
Frequency standby. Airport is currently closed. 217. Aircraft. There was an accident on departure.
All right, accident on departure, he said. There was an accident on departure, says air traffic control. And when they say departure, they mean like not far from the end of the runway in this case. This thing did not really get that high up there.
No, it reached a maximum altitude of 175 feet above ground level.
Oh, wow.
That's nothing.
The highest recorded ground speed was only about 214 miles an hour.
And just blew up?
Yeah, what causes you to crash in that situation? Something flying into the engine?
That's mechanical, right?
One of the videos that I saw when it was first breaking, and literally I hadn't even gotten any notifications from any of my news apps yet. I was just seeing it on like Twitter and Threads and stuff. Showed the plane looking like it was attempting to climb, as it was taking off, and one of the engines was already on fire. Bystander videos show the aircraft taking off with its number one left engine engulfed in flames. That's the video that I saw. That got cursed a lot in it, but I'm sure there's a censored version somewhere. The aircraft made a sharp descent to the left seconds after becoming airborne, impacting the roof of the UPS supply chain warehouse. So it hit its own building.
God, God, they crashed and exploded a plane, and they crashed into the UPS building?
Supply chain warehouse rolled on its longitudinal axis and impacted right wing facing up. Landing gear extended before plowing through a semi-truck parking area.
Yeah.
Or semi,
Speaking of that,
if you like to say that.
Let's pause for a second. Semi-truck parking area. Look at this dude, all right? I'll put this up on See It Now for everybody because it is incredible. This guy is in the seat, the front seat, driver's seat of his semi-truck, and he has no idea. He's kind of just like doing some starter paperwork. Brace yourself for this. He's cruising. All right, he's just sitting there in the parking lot.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I've not seen this.
I mean, how?
That's
that looks
insane. That looks like movie.
It looks like AI or something. This guy is sitting, again, I'll put this up on See It Now so you can get a look at it here whenever you have a chance. But he's just sitting in the driver's seat of his semi.
And so what we're seeing up top is what he's looking at.
Yeah,
right?
because
correct.
It's one of
two-way
like
dash cam.
Yeah, when you're in a semi truck for safety and insurance purposes and stuff, they have one camera showing him behind the wheel, and then the other camera's pointed the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So out the front of the cab of his semi, he just looks up and notices a massive plane crashing and reacts to it.
That's how does it have that much fire? Wow.
And I can imagine he is what, maybe 200 yards away.
Oh, he's
or
feeling
so.
that heat.
You got to be feeling that, right? You got to be feeling that immediately.
We saw that RV fire. We were certainly very far away. I would say maybe almost the same distance, if not that driver is farther, and we felt the heat from it. So with that, he absolutely does.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's horrific.
Now,
it's unbelievable.
It says in the Wikipedia page, which I'm sure is constantly changing, that there were no, where did I leave off? It was not carrying hazardous cargo, which I think is a little weird to say because all planes carry fuel, and this one was headed to Hawaii, so it was carrying a lot of fuel.
Yeah,
So
and it was
sense.
just taking off for Hawaii,
Right.
so it's straight up full of all that
What
fuel.
they're saying is like it didn't have barrels of chemicals that upon being lit up, we have to evacuate within a 5-mile radius.
So right now, Jeffrey is over in chat, and Jeffrey said his daughter was in the evacuation area around where this UPS plane crashed. And I had seen shortly after the crash, they said, don't go outside, turn your air conditioners off.
Okay.
Because the air they were worried about, like, and maybe that's just from the jet fuel, you know what I mean? But they were worried about people getting just poisoned.
Because I knew there was a shelter in place. I hadn't heard the air conditioned thing, which at some point I'm like, wow, where are we? Where is this? Houston, Dallas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah. This happened in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky UPS crash. All right, I'm putting this up on See It Now because you absolutely have to take a moment of your time today and take a look at this particular video. I've got more for you over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, but that's real. I mean, that's absolutely real. The guy, that's the most real reaction you could ever have. He's going from chilling, about to get my drive on, here we go, to, oh, what is that? What is that?
Oh, wow.
That fireballs
are crazy.
That's nuts.
I think maybe
it
my
looks like an attack.
It looks like a movie because I think maybe my screen was a little blurry the first time you played it, but I just saw like the plane's wing pointing up in the air, headed sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that is. Remember Air Force One?
Get off my plane.
Yeah.
Yes,
the movie. Yeah.
I recently watched a YouTube video where somebody like was dogging on the graphics for that because they were so old, and it was like we could really redo these plane graphics so it would look more realistic. And it's like that's what he came up with.
All right. Somebody said the trail of fire is just unbelievable.
Oh, so I take it no survivors.
Check it out on See It Now.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely from another world. And that's not the only view of this. There were so many more. Here's just the screenshot from this. Give it a second here. You can see the plane flying in at this unbelievable angle where obviously something has gone wrong right here. It says worldwide services. This is the UPS plane coming in about as hot as it can. Brace yourself. Here it goes.
This is so unreal. That's so crazy looking.
That's the sound of a full of fuel plane hitting the ground and just ain't nothing left. And unfortunately, your packages are going to be late if you were waiting on this particular flight. That ain't good. But that's how it went down. I think I got maybe one more. I'm not sure. No, we'll say I got something for later on this too. But it was just a very shocking moment. At least 7 people are dead. The people on board, of course, the crew. There's no way they were going to survive this. And then the area where they hit, which was like commercial/residential on the ground, fireballs everywhere. This happened while taking off from the UPS distribution hub in Louisville, Kentucky, leaving a trail of flames near the runway. This airport is the Muhammad Ali International Airport with 300 or so daily flights like this. 4 of the people who were killed out of the 7 were on the ground. And
when you say 300 or so daily flights like this, are we talking UPS flights or just in and out of the whole airport in general?
I don't know. Look up Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. It just says the facility there. So I think it's that facility. I think it's UPS Worldport specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think may have that many flights flying all around. And as Celine said earlier, this particular one was about to head to Honolulu, which is probably meaning it was just completely topped off.
Yeah.
Something to behold. There you go. Let us know what you think. Go over to the website and send a dispatch or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Some people responding to this, and I'll take some of these emails and some of these dispatches. We'll get to those next. We got to talk about Tom Brady and the clone dog thing. It's weird. It's weird. We just need to mention this. We need to go into it. Talk a little bit more about the election results last night and somebody who was killed in an incredibly bizarre way. That's all in just the next little bit here on the show. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
You can call me Puzzle Master.
Definitely not going to do that.
How about Big Daddy?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Wednesday, we're actually going to see temperatures that are warmer than days past and a little warmer than normal. Expect a high of 82 degrees today in Orlando, and we'll see some increasing clouds. We can't rule out a couple of stray showers as we head to late tonight and early tomorrow morning, and that will be associated with a cool down as well. A brief cool down with highs back in the upper 70s and low 80s before an even bigger cool down arrives as we head to Monday and Tuesday of next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Hey there, friend. Let me tell you about Mills Air. Just a great company. It's as simple as that. It's a company that you're going to enjoy working with, even though the thing that creates the moment that makes you call Mills Air, your AC breaking, is not great. The aftermath of it, getting your AC fixed and knowing that companies can still be honest and fair with you is honestly relieving. It's a great thing. There are businesses out there still doing things the right way in 2025. Locally owned and operated, family owned and operated, full of the best techs out there, people who you can respect, that are going to understand exactly how your AC works from top to bottom, no matter what kind of install you have. They've fixed it before. They're ready to fix yours today. So the bottom line is, homeowners, you have any problem at all with your air conditioner, you call Mills Air. It's as easy as that. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it.
Hello.
You can get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
insurance, we often wonder, why would you buy a top-of-the-line smartphone only to protect it with the cheapest case?
That was crazy, huh?
Home reno, but use the cheapest.
Just crazy.
And to apply that common sense further, why would you ever compromise on the quality of your insurance? The answer is simple.
I can turn it off. Hello, hello. Man, listening to Sean incorrectly explaining gambling gave me an Alfonso moment. Wrong! I did not incorrectly explain gambling. First of all, it's prediction markets, which is a subsidiary sideline gambling thing. But what I said was, if you had $110,000 and you put $100,000 on Mamdani to win, you would have won over $110,000. If you put $10,000 on Mamdani to lose, you would have made over $110,000. So no matter what the outcome of the election was yesterday, you would have won because you bet both sides and it still was profitable. Tell me where that's wrong. Tell me where I got it wrong, buddy. Huh?
You can't assume your current health or
90 seconds. You're going to Alfonso out on me? Tell me where I got it wrong. I'm waiting.
That's important. So with saving.
You do not win $215,000? I fucking give up. I give up. I give up.
And December 7th. Paid for by the
I said if you bet $100,000 on him to win, you get $110,000, right? Winning, $110,000. If you bet $10,000 on him to lose, you get $110,000 plus. So either outcome, you get over the $110,000 you would have put on him both winning and losing, leading to profit even though you bet on both sides. I don't know how to explain it any better.
Daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Uses directed to keep out of reach of children.
If you bet $100,000 and your payout is $110,000, you only won $10,000? No shit! But you still won more than you put on the win or loss bet.
It's all free. Join the millions who already have it on their smartphones with free
All right, we go.
radio app. The #1 app for radio.
Compassion sponsorship means
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And most of all, being known.
Who already have it on their smartphone, the free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is
us in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's like my own personal 9/11 today. I swear to God, it's the worst moment in the history of the show.
Why? What happened?
With trying to explain the election bet thing and having people just completely question nobody. But this and this and this. I was like,
you asked for people to explain it to you.
No. But people who don't, they're not understanding. They're not understanding. I can't get the point across in radio form, in broadcasting form. So I have to give it up, I think. There's somebody who sent over like a whole spreadsheet on this, and they were explaining what I'm talking about. And in a nutshell, if you had $110,000 and had bet last night $100,000 on Mamdani winning, you would have won over $110,000. And if you bet $10,000 on Mamdani losing, you would have won over $110,000.
So no matter what would have happened in the outcome with your $110,000 spent, your income back in would have been over $110,000, meaning you would have profited. So it's kind of like free money, right? But this is impossible to get across. It's like I feel like I'm
okay. But what was not
hunting?
Okay. What was not immediately clear was that you were betting on two different sites offering different odds.
Or were those were both from Kalshi?
No, one was Kalshi and one was Polymarket.
Okay.
And it said that in the tweet that you showed.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. It's just two different sites that you're placing the bet on.
Yeah, but it
Sabrina, don't weigh in. You have no idea what's going on.
I'm just
here.
going,
Zero clue.
It makes less sense when you think of it as just one site. Like, why would one site give you money no matter what? That's what it sounded like at the top of the show.
Well, either way, if you're betting out the money and you could win on both sides, that's not a thing that comes up like, let's say, in NFL football, right? There's no way that you could go, hey, if I do this and do this, then I win free money no matter what the outcome of this is?
No, not typically, but that's just, I don't know how these side bet sites, these like betting markets or whatever they're calling them to not be gambling, how they're making their odds. And I think it has to do with how many people are gambling on them. It's not like when you just go to Vegas and they give you, here's your odds.
Yeah. But there's not a person coming up with that, right? Is it like an algorithm?
It's got to be an algorithm.
I would hope. I would think. Snoop Frog on chat, you don't get it. You're not understanding it. CNJ Forge, yeah, I think you get it. But we're gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. It's math on the radio. Too hard, doesn't work. People just falling off in droves. I don't want to do that to you. We'll get to you and your dispatches here momentarily. Also, emails coming in, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you for all the feedback. Yours could be next. If you want to be anonymous, put that up on top of the email. Let's see what we had here. A couple of things. We'll get into last night a little bit more in just a moment. I did want to share, and we're going to have to wait for that. There is a moment that's going viral today that I wanted to work in very quickly, because this is the second or third of these incidents I've seen like this. The president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum is her name. She was out on the streets, doing the whole thing, glad-handing people, meeting folks. And some dude that got right up next to her started grabbing on her and like trying to kiss her. And this is not like some one-off thing. I've seen all these events that should definitely have really, really good security recently, where there's seemingly no security. These people are international leaders and stuff. When the story came up about Trump's plane Air Force One at Palm Beach International Airport, and there being a like random hunting stand in the woods within shot of this, the craziest thing to me was nobody discovered this for a couple of months. There was just like a hunting stand in a tree within shot of the president's plane, and we're like, the security apparatus is nowhere near as good as we often think it is. We watch the movies and think things are secure, but in real life, they're not. They're just not. And this president of Mexico, this woman, wandered through the crowd. Here she is, just so you guys know. All right? Guy puts his arm around her. So already, like, the security should not let people go up to a president and put their arm around the president. This guy is not her buddy, her pal, or whatever. He just goes up next to her on the streets. Weird. And he slides in, puts his arm around her. Now he's kissing her.
Oh, my God.
And then finally they grab him. He's got his hand around her again.
Still doing it. That's horrible security.
And the security guy does come up to him eventually and like kind of put him in his place. But this guy was so close. My God, he just put his arm around her and starts kissing her. And then he puts his hands like up over her breasts on her outfit. I'm like, this is a president of a country, dude.
Have you ever seen the compilation of Messi, the best soccer player in the world, his security guard?
No.
The moment, it's fascinating. The man should be playing professional sports, because if a fan runs on to the field, they could be 5 years old or 35 years old. His security guard is there immediately and trucks them. No one is touching that man. The same goes Beyonce's I'm like totally blanking on his name, but has been her security guard for years. And it's like, you even look the wrong
you
way.
forgot Beyonce's security guards.
Trust me, I will get the lashings after the show. But
Fairweather fan here.
it comes to a president, and that's their security detail. There's an issue here.
I mean, the dude like got his arm around her and then like
kissed her.
And kissed her on the neck and was like, how he had his face right by, like kind of sniffing her hair.
I don't think I could poke Donald Trump in the shoulder, like just boop, without like a stern talking to at least.
But look, we've had moments on this show where we talked about, remember when he went to the restaurant in Washington, D.C., and the protesters were like right across the table from him?
Yeah.
They didn't do anything, but it showed you that there's like a security issue with so many of these people.
I feel like with protesters, they want something to be done to them sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like
what do you mean?
Like it's like a really fine line. Like, all right, they want
to be tackled.
They got into the restaurant, and if the security tries to shoo them out, they're like, whoa, my First Amendment here. Or they get close enough, and if security pushes them, whoa, you're touching me here. Other than this is just like passers-by, fans almost. This guy looks like he's a fan on account of the
he's some
hug and the
rando
kiss.
dude. Some rando guy goes up. She's the president of Mexico, for God's sake.
Now, mind you, if he didn't do that, but instead shanked her in the neck, then it's over.
Yes, and this is Mexico, right? I mean, Mexico, great country, Mexico City, beautiful city, all this stuff. But Mexico, dangerous country with cartel violence, political leaders. There was just an assassination of a political leader in Mexico. It's like a week. Within a week, there was just a political leader that was assassinated. And this guy could have done God knows what. Yeah, but Kevin's saying you would think with all the assassinations in Mexico, the security would be tight. Unless she knows something we don't know. She seems to be comfortable out here on the streets. So that's crazy. I'll put it up. I'll put this video up as always over on See It Now.
Like, you think she's protected?
I don't know. I think she's being too risky no matter what. That's really, really dangerous. She might not feel a pressure within the Mexican public right now, but all it takes is one lunatic and one creeper in this case, I guess. So we'll put that up. You can take a look at it during the break on See It Now. When we come back, we'll talk about Tom Brady cloning his dog, which is just weird. We have to get that out there. More updates from last night's election at some point on the show today. The next episode is rolling through before too long. A lot on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a crash on Polynesian Isle Boulevard at Apopka Vineland Road, an accident on Goldenrod Road just north of State Road 408. On the major roadways, you won't be running into any trouble. Traffic's wide open. I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's some slowdowns there still. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Hello! School mic activated.
Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences
I
in your classrooms?
don't do this often.
Join at ThinkItUp.com.
But if anybody mentions the prediction markets bet, instant permaban. Instant permaban. I'm let down by the inability of some to see what is fairly clear math on display. But we have permaban, if you mention. No mention. Go back to talk about socialism. You can talk about socialism if you want. Yes, you can. You can talk about communism if you want. But now on the show, we don't talk about God. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics. And we don't talk about her. And we don't talk about the Kalshi bet. Sean, you were right. Don't listen to these rees. I just question some days. It's like I walk in, I bring my stuff. I'm like, guys, check out all this stuff. And then some of the stuff, I'm like, they'll understand. No. I've never heard of school shootings in Mexico. Actually, that only happens in the Great USA. Let's see here. School shooting, Mexico. January 2020, an 11-year-old student armed with 2 guns opened fire The Colegio Cervantes shooting. Gringo-style shootings have broken out across Mexico. 2017, a 16-year-old high school student in Mexico with a .22 caliber rifle. An 11-year-old opening fire at a school in Mexico. On and on it goes if you'd like to look at that. School shootings by country. Hang on. Let's see, hang on. 5 countries with the most. Mexico, number 2. And the 5 countries with the most school shootings. Mexico is number 2 with 8 school shootings in 2025. The United States had more than 8. Mexico had 8 school shootings in 2025. The United States had 288.
Hey, Sabrina from the News Junkie here, and I finally upgraded my washer and dryer after.
However, I will warn you, if you look into these stats, they're always a bit fishy. And what you'll find is there's like parking lot shootings and all sorts of stuff that is called a school shooting, but is not traditionally what you think is a school shooting. Just a heads up. 90 seconds and we're back live. Can we talk about Dookie? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You just can't talk about religion, politics, her, and prediction markets betting. That's it. Jay says, LOL, Mexico just had one of the mayors shot in front of his son because he was against the cartel. They have bigger problems than school shootings. They do. Everybody has problems. Yeah, I mean, every country has got some sort of issue that they're dealing with. Ours happens to be pretty terrible. But cartels are god-awful bad, too. 1 minute. God is a socialist. Oof. Just throwing grenades out there. Who's her? Bootsy? I think you know. Bootsy? Bootsy? I think you know.
Needs, turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com. Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Coming back, baby. Let's go. Here we go.
There.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
And around here, it's always a big day on planet Earth, talking about all things viral. Join the show. All you have to do is send a dispatch, record yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm just saying it definitively. You guys can do whatever you want with it. I don't care, really. But cloning your dog is weird. Cloning your dog is weird. You shouldn't clone your dog. It reinforces a really stupid idea. Tom Brady is just doing it to promote his dumb business that he's an investor in. And everybody who gets involved, he's got a dog cloning business that he's invested in. Colossal Biosciences.
I think they do more than just cloning, but I think the cloning part of their business funds some of the other sides, also big checks from Tom Brady, but fund some of the other sides of their business. Like one of the things that they said they did was like de-extinction, like Jurassic Park kind of stuff.
We've talked about this company on the show before.
Didn't we talk to someone?
We talked to somebody who worked there, but maybe
not there, but we definitely talked to somebody who cloned pets because the cat was behind us. That was technically a clone.
Yeah, and people do this all the time. It's becoming more and more common. It's very expensive still, but rich people will be like, I love my dog so much. And in Tom Brady's case, he had a dog called Lua, and he loved his dog, but the pit bull mix died in 2023. He took a blood sample before his dog died, and they cloned his dog. So now
I can't believe he cloned a pit bull mix, like a mutt.
Like there's not enough.
Like if you were to clone like a purebred, like it's going to get a little dicey when we start doing horses and try to get them in the Derby. Because right now the sperm is the most expensive part of the horse once it wins the Kentucky Derby or the trifecta, whatever. What is that called? The triple crown. Triple crown. Yeah. The sperm becomes very expensive because they want to breed more of these horses. They could just clone them.
That's true. That's true. But I think the order of events for some of you people who care about these types of things will probably be adopt, then shop, and then whatever this is. This
is
thing here, like his pit bull mix, which every shelter in the United States of America is full of, I think 70 to 80% pit bull mixes. Just grab one, Brady. Grab one and love it and have some fun, please.
I mean, obviously he's an investor, but for anyone like that, it has been well known. Like Barbra Streisand did this many years ago. I even feel like her cloned dogs are at the end of their life. Mm-hmm. And it was very clear that while you can have a perfect clone DNA-wise, it is not the same personality.
No. The craziest thing is, and some people don't seem to get this just yet,
Tom.
And it buys into a worldview that in some ways I don't totally believe, but it shows you that when you have a dog, you have your dog in front of you. Like my dog, Lady, is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and I love her. I love animals. I love her. And I fear the moment that something happens to her down the road. But I would never clone her. And here's why. She is more than just DNA. All right? She is an animal that reacts in the way she reacts, has the looks that she has, and is like, there is a special magic to her, a special soul-like magic that your pet has that makes them them. It's the inner thing that makes them them. All right? And all of the cloning in the world cannot reproduce that. And I'll point you for probably the 5th time to the This American Life television show, which I think used to be on either Showtime or HBO. And there was the man who was in love with his bull.
Yes.
A big cow, big longhorn cow or something. Loved it and got into this program because his cow died, his bull died. And he loved it so much, he skinned the thing and kept it and missed it so much.
Slept inside of it.
And they cloned this bull that used to hang out in his house, used to be his buddy, his pal. They'd kind of nuzzle up together. He cloned the bull, and the bull that they cloned attacked him multiple times. It was a brutal beast of an animal.
You're not.
It's not the same. Same DNA, baby, but it ain't the same thing. There's a magical je ne sais quoi that is who we all are in our personality. It's not clonable. That's why you can have, identical triplets or something, and they all have somewhat different personalities. With animals, you can clone them,
and
but
a
it's
hive
not.
mind.
Yes, it's not the same, though. It's just not the same. Tom Brady cloned his dog, Junie, from his pet, Lua, who died in 2023.
Why not give it the same name? If you're going to clone it, it's going to be the same dog.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like, I think people shouldn't get this in their head that you can have something forever, because you can't. And I don't mean to wax nostalgic with you, but here's the deal. That's why it's beautiful. That's why having your dog is beautiful. That's why having your partner that you're in a relationship is beautiful, because you can't ever recreate it. You have it now, and when it's gone, it's gone. There's no bringing that magic back. Almost makes me believe in a God.
Almost.
You just unlocked a memory in my head when you said 2, as in just adding 2 to the end of your dog's name when you get a new dog.
Like The Simpsons?
Is that what they did?
I think they did Santa's Little Helper or Snowball 2 or something.
I knew a family many moons ago that did this with their pet, but it was literally the perfect name to add a 2 to, and their dog's name was Rocky. And so when Rocky died and they got a new dog, they just named it Rocky 2.
Honestly, they have 1 to 2 more dogs that they could probably get?
They're probably on Apollo by now.
Yeah, right. I understand the desire to do stuff like this. I totally get it. But I think there's so much more value in just having your next experience with your next pet and not trying to relive that one that you love so much. It's just a waste of money. It's an attempt for Tom Brady, who's already a weirdo, to do more weird things. And so now the latest thing he's done is cloned his dog. And I just think the pet cloning is weird. And by the way, if you want to ask, I'll get ahead of you before you even ask. I think human cloning is weird too. And I don't think we should do it. All right. I don't think any of this stuff is a good idea. I think just
like
because
a need for it.
No, just because we can do stuff doesn't mean we should do stuff. Right? I mean,
Jurassic Park again.
Yeah, yep.
Dino DNA.
No, but so the article that I read, I think yesterday, said that they had successfully cloned some wolf, that dire wolf or something. Is that extinct?
Oh. I thought they were working on the woolly mammoth too.
Dire wolf. Oh, these are weird looking. Is an extinct species of canine. Yes. Yeah.
Can we see it with muscle and fur on it?
This is just a skeletal one.
No, because that's what they're cloning. I say no, thank you. Yeah, I'm all good. That's nightmarish.
It's coming your way for a treat.
Who's a good bone?
The skeleton version is all we have because the animal hasn't been seen for a very, very, very long time.
Terrifying.
But they're trying to bring this sucker back. Did you say they did, C-Lane? Did they actually?
I'm going to find it because now I need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I know they found some DNA stuff from them, so maybe it's possible. But these animals, we just have to ditch the idea that we can recreate things. You'll never be able to, I don't think. I think that is what makes up what we call personality.
Right.
Personality is such an interesting word. Personality is the way you, as a human being, interface with the world. I don't know if that's the official definition, but that's the definition in my head. Your personality is the way that you interface with the world, and that isn't in your DNA.
All right.
And that cannot be replicated.
All right. Cloning pets, controversial topic, done by celebrities, pet lovers, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people think it's morally wrong. Colossal, the company, bills itself as a de-extinction company that aims to bring extinct species back to life. It has focused on trying to return the woolly mammoth, the dodo bird, and the Tasmanian tiger, and it announced in April that they resurrected the dire wolf, an animal that was extinct for roughly 13,000 years and best known for its presence on Game of Thrones.
But is this one of those things where it's like a pig organ transplant where you go, we did it, ooh, and the person dies
I'm kind of wondering, it resurrected the dire wolf. How, if it's been extinct for 13,000 years, meaning we only have bones, we don't have any pictures of it, just maybe some artist renderings of what they think this ugly thing might have looked like. How do we know if they got it right?
We don't. It's like the dinosaurs. We don't. And that's kind of an argument, honestly, for letting them do this so we can just solve that problem and then instantly kill all of them, I think. A bunch
Ladies
of you
and gentlemen, this is the T-Rex. Take your pictures and a 3 and a 2.
UPS plane right into the side of it.
Ooh,
just
come on.
take it out. I, for the record, do not want your betting math dispatches. I just want to tell you I don't want them. I do appreciate Mo Manji. This is the only one I'll play because he understands what's going on here, but that's it. That's the only one.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
You too.
So you're talking about the betting. What you're saying is if you have 10,000 and you bet against him for him to lose, you get 117. That means your winnings are 107,000. Now, if you have 100,000 and you bet for him to lose, that means your winnings will be 17,000. Well, 10,000 really. So you still have to put in $100,000. Your winnings are 10,000. Thanks.
He gets it. He gets it. We don't need no more introspection needed.
You could win $7,000 no matter what if you put in the nice little chump change of $110,000.
It's not the best return on investment. I admit that, but it's a surefire bet when you use these different betting sites and bet for and against. Like if there's a football game going on and I could bet for the Giants and against the Giants, oh shoot, if there's a tie. Well, other than the fact that there'd be a tie.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
Well,
Slim margin.
Your oh shoot, there's a tie, which is not as slim a margin as what I'm about to say. But your oh shoot, there's a tie is the same as the commenter on the tweet that said, "Well, you know, there's third-party candidates, right?" You're like, "What? Come on!"
Yeah, but they're not going to win.
Somebody from the fight or flight party is going to win.
Yeah, I mean, we know old Curtis Sliwa was not going to be the victor.
He's more likely to
election.
get shot again than he was to win that election.
Probably. That very well could be the case. We've got a bunch of clips on the election we'll get to at some point in time. And we got a lot of your dispatches coming in. So thank you for that. We don't need any more, though. I want to repeat. We don't need any more on the topic of gambling math. That's it. All right? Don't need it. Don't need it at all. Oh God, this is why. This is why, C-Lane.
Okay, Sean. The reason why that betting strategy doesn't theoretically work is because there's 5 other people in the election as well. What happens if one of them wins?
They weren't gonna win.
But what happens if
they weren't gonna win?
The odds wouldn't be set up like that if there was any chance they were gonna
win. There wasn't a chance. It's like, never mind. I can't.
It's like
do
a horse race.
I can't bring myself to it. Here's Rain talking about cloning dogs, which is much more interesting. Let's see.
I would clone my dog because I love her so much. She's like 15 or 16 years old. But
oh, man.
We
get to clone
rescued her from the shelter here in Orlando when she was 9. And she was a puppy mill dog where she was just pumping out puppies.
Oh.
And she has been the best dog. But the only reason I would clone her is because I want to see what she would be like.
As a puppy.
Like, if she never went to the puppy mill and was never a puppy mill dog.
That's one of the things I thought of. Like, I've never seen Lexi as a puppy.
Same with Carl.
Yeah.
Carl, isn't Carl just like, is a puppy?
That's very sweet of you to say, but no, he's 7.
I don't want to stereotype, but all Carls kind of look the same. All right.
But have you seen a Yorkie puppy? My parents.
Oh no, I actually haven't. I don't think.
My parents had, puppies, and they were Yorkies, and yeah, I absolutely wish I would have seen Carl as a puppy because I got him when I rescued him when he was 4 or 5 years old, I think. They didn't have his exact age, but seeing Yorkie puppies, my God, the joy it brings.
I would rather just like a time machine or some sort of other technology to see Lexi as a puppy. Maybe just AI. Because I don't really feel like spending $50,000 just to see my beloved dog as a puppy and then have to raise it again as a puppy and potty trainer and all that.
Very true.
I'm all right.
All right, here's a Yorkie puppy. Let me see if this convinces me. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. That's
adorable. And Carl would have that, but like 10 times bigger ears.
He's so little, this dude.
So aggressive.
It sounds more like a velociraptor than a puppy.
It does. Dinosaurs again, baby. Oh,
let's play some
coming
bets.
up. Okay,
I can just see like you mentioned the adopt don't shop movement, and they would
never annoying, by the way. Never annoying.
They would need a good tagline. But could you imagine somebody being so proud that they shopped and didn't get a clone? Like, I went for a shoppy, not a copy.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was trying to think of one of those, too. When I said adopt, don't shop, then, going to some sort of breeder, and then the third option. Oh, good work on that.
Clone bone.
It is better. Everything's better than cloning. Don't clone your dog or your family member, or you're going to be disappointed. I just really think that you're going to be disappointed. We're going to take a quick break right now. That's what we're going to do. When we come back, we have so many things to work into the show today. There's a viral story about a vampire wife gone wild that we have to work in. We'll get into some of the nitty gritty on the political stuff for a bit here or there, and people may be headed to Florida or not. More about the Louvre heist. But in particular, when we come back, I want to talk about a police chase that ended in the most disturbing way I think I've heard of in a while. And it's not with a police shooting. It's the place that this particular person decided to take refuge. Wait until you hear what happened in this story. Otherwise, you're not going to believe it. It is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
What is everybody on that this is the look?
What do you mean, like the scrunchies around
Like
their legs?
big old hair scrunchies, mom jeans.
Hey, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes.
Keep an eye out for a crash getting cleared up on International Drive where it meets Sand Lake Road, an accident on Polynesian Island.
Take a moment of your time and like the stream if you wouldn't mind. That's greatly appreciated. Let's put up some record numbers today, okay? Like the stream.
Parkway at Apopka Island Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
Now, Chad, I want to tell you, don't be weird about this, please. I always hesitate to say that to you. Don't be weird about this. But we will have a guest here and there, starting today, working at the workstation over here, which will be Forrest beginning the edit of the roast video for the video on demand. Don't be weird about it. Chaos, you've already done enough cloning, okay? You have some twins, leave it at that. Don't risk it.
You'll also think better, sleep better, and your love life will be better. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer, and if you're looking to lose weight, there's nothing like the combo of testosterone and GLP.
Do you think they're doing human cloning in secret? Probably. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some of this, it's public. There's been a lot of discussion over this kind of science. I don't think people are magically a lot of things, you know? But I think there are some things that are magical about people that you cannot recreate. So to me, it's a waste.
Real testosterone, real results.
Loading weirdness? No, don't do it. Can we clone Lady? No, we're not cloning Lady. Although I think I have a better argument for her because until recently they were changing around the Cavalier King Charles breed too much. And they were like shortening their snouts and they were making them smaller and I don't like it. So, but they've rolled that back, thank God. All right, we got a couple of minutes then we're back live on the show. Tomorrow, the Hubble Cam is going up. After the show tomorrow, or actually, guys, it's going to be weird coming up. Because tomorrow during the show, Austin will be working on the Hubble Cam in the studio here during the show. You guys do not be weird. I don't always have guests in here anymore. Please don't be weird about it.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on more than 44,000 Florida.
China is definitely cloning people for their organs? Possibly.
To grow nutritious food for you and
Dylan says, nice shirt. Thank you.
To help support them by enjoying delicious, fresh from Florida.
You can't clone a soul. Very true. That's it. I mean, that's it.
Where you shop.
It's like I think oftentimes we look for magical qualities in people and think that there are like, those are the things that are important. And I don't generally. Like, I don't think your identitarian stuff is important. I think it's boring and lame and divisive, and you could fuck off with all that stuff. Hate it. But I do think there is an intrinsic thing in all of us. Religious people call it a soul, perhaps. You could call it whatever you want, but it is not something that is available for you to replicate. Nor do I think it ever will be. Cloning is lame.
Imagine a holiday season without sneezing, sinus headaches, or watery eyes. Aspire Allergy and Sinus.
Cosidius, I don't buy that for a second.
Proven treatments that meet your budget and lifestyle, so you're not
I don't buy that for a second.
And you may be close to meeting that healthcare deductible, so your visit could be.
Don't be weird, I'm out. Same Zach, Sean's asking too much? No, you guys just be normal, all right? Be normal when people come in here.
That's AspireAllergy.com.
The UPS aircraft had 38,000 gallons of fuel on board. That's what's wild. They were going from Kentucky all the way over to Hawaii. So it's a pretty long haul flight. Damn, man. You think they felt anything? You think they felt that?
Big truck accident. You need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks.
You know? When you think about like ways to go,
That can affect your case.
that was probably so fast. It was probably, oh no, that. Like and subscribe. It was probably so fast.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you.
Were you not at the roast? Normal is not a thing here? That's not true. You guys can be normal sometimes. Avendasaurus says, I went to like the stream because YouTubers suck and they don't do it. Now is the time to do it. Let's put up some record numbers. Let's like that stream over on YouTube. Hit subscribe if you're new around here. We're coming back live in just a second. I'll take a seat and we'll get to it. And we got to talk about this guy who was on the run from the police, and he chose a very, very bad spot to hide from the cops. And I don't say that lightly. I mean, he literally chose probably the worst spot to hide from the cops you could. We'll watch the video together in a moment. We can. I can't speak for YouTube. I definitely trust Twitch to be more normal about this. As per usual. As per usual. Bro, us being here, we all got at least a screw loose. Just keep it together. Probably going to be here before too long. Don't be weird. All right, here we go.
Blood transfusions. We're talking about resilience, purpose, and finding hope through community and connection.
There are blessings that will happen in the most unexpected places.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
Police in hot pursuit of a guy until he hides in the most insane place. It was a bad idea, and the details are coming up in just a moment. Obviously, I was saying earlier, after the election, they asked people, like, hey, you know, what drove you? What did this? What did that? And a lot of people said the economy. It's a big deal. You know, the economy, and this people still think stuff is expensive. So I have been on the show doing my best to try to tell you about things that are good signs and things that are good options when it comes to deals out there. And for me, watching all the companies start to get more competitive for your business to try to get you back in their stores is a good thing overall, because it'll bring costs down, and that's a hard thing to do. And then we had the Walmart Thanksgiving dinner option, which was a really great deal, like $50 or something. The Publix one yesterday that we talked about for Thanksgiving, which I think was $60 or somewhere around that, still a great deal. Or maybe was it cheaper? I forgot.
That was Aldi, but yeah.
Was this a Skull Mike thing? I don't remember a Publix one.
No. The Publix Thanksgiving thing, $40. Amazon, Walmart, Publix are all offering Thanksgiving dinner starting about $40.
Really? Because I think the difference with the Publix one, which is why a lot of people go towards that, is because everything is already cooked.
Yes, yeah.
What a dream.
So like with the Aldi one or the Walmart one, you're still having to prepare this turkey and make the sides and that. I think that's a little bit what you're saving the money for. But with the Publix one that I've had, I've known a handful of people who have gotten this for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and it's really just heating the turkey back up, and all the sides are good to go.
Anybody could do it, right? That's fantastic. For some people, that might be perfect. As low as $49 for them. Target says, hey, hold my beer. We can make this a little crazier.
This is a good one-upsmanship to have, for the people.
They are saying we can do it cheaper. Target has just announced their Thanksgiving dinner deal is under $20. Under
how many
$20.
people?
We'll feed 4 people, according to Target. And they said
everybody gets a turkey sub.
You get Good and Gather, which is Target's own brand, and you get a turkey. It's 79 cents per pound, which is a pretty good deal. You get a turkey, potatoes, cranberry sauce, stuffing, gravy, and bread along with it. And that is less than $20, man.
I wonder if they're going to limit on how many you can purchase.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some purchase limits on it because that will be popular.
6 of them and have turkey for the rest of the year.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are doing more limited Thanksgiving meals as opposed to like these huge get-togethers. Maybe politics has blown it up a little bit. Maybe other things. Maybe things are too expensive. But it's gotten a little bit out of hand, and people are slimming down. And it's getting to be a more intimate gathering of people for Thanksgiving. This will be perfect for some of you. $20 at Target. Take advantage of these deals. It's a super smart idea.
But that's $20 for 4 people. That's $5 a person. It's still like, I think, $1 more than the Walmart deal.
But if you only have 4 people, it would be a good option. If
Absolutely.
you have 8 people, I don't know what the average is. The average might be closer to 8 people. The average Thanksgiving style meetup, maybe it's closer to that.
Right.
So they're hitting the nail on the head. But this is a good option for 4 people at least. This is not a good option for anybody. This is just overall a very bad idea. And I'm going to bring this story up because when I saw this, I couldn't believe it. And I had some questions. I have some questions for those of you who work in this area. There was a police chase in Los Angeles, as there often is. The cops are chasing this suspect, all right? And the cops are trying to find this man. It's 7:30 in the morning, and he's on the move. He doesn't have a lot of options. So he hides. And the one place that he could find to hide in this neighborhood he was in L.A. was underneath the tent and inside a fumigated home in Los Angeles. And the cops gathered outside, and I could share this with you, some of the footage. The cops had like the whole SWAT response, the people in like all the big armored vehicles, and they're outside and they're trying to talk to this guy. And they're like, dude, please just come out. You've been in there for hours. You're inside a house with a tent on it that is being fumigated. I don't know what that exposure can do to you, but even as dumb as I may be on this topic, I know it ain't good. I know it is not good for you to be inside one of these tents. Here's the cops talking to him.
Been in there for over 3 hours.
Been in there for over 3 hours.
Think about what that's doing to your body. There's a reason why they tent up a house like that. No one goes in. All those toxic fumes.
He said you've been there for over 3 hours. There's a reason why they tent up these homes. There's all these toxic fumes. Think about what it's doing to your body right now. Are they certain
that he's conscious?
he did get out alive, so I guess so. Yes. How?
Killing yourself, staying in there.
You're literally killing yourself staying in there. He says of this suspect who took up a hiding spot inside a tented, fumigated house for hours. And I've always thought about running inside one of those. I've always thought about it, but that's got to scramble your brain.
Yeah.
It's got to be bad. And we did a thing one time. We had a dog named Axel and 3 roommates, 1 dog. Not an internet video, but 3 roommates, 1 dog, Axel. And Axel picked up a mighty case of the fleas because he had 3 20-somethings taking care of him who weren't great with dogs at the time. And so we go, what do we do here? And we got like some of the bombs and put them around the apartment. And you just hit the button Yeah, and it goes off, and then you run out of there as fast as you can. But then we all forgot like a thing or two and had to wander back into the smoked, fumigated apartment. And like 1 second in there, you go, not supposed to do this. That's where this guy was for hours.
I mean, it must have hurt the man to breathe or even open his eyes.
Oh, boy, right? I would think so. Let's see here. Let me ask TNJ AI where this would actually go if you were inside this thing. If you were inside a house that was being fumigated underneath the tent, what kind of damage could that do to you in 3 hours, TNJ AI?
Man, being under a fumigation tent is no joke. The chemicals used can be extremely toxic, and just 3 hours could lead to serious health issues, including respiratory problems, neurological damage, or even death.
Even death?
It's really dangerous to be in there without proper protection, so it's best to stay far away from fumigated areas until it's completely safe.
True. Yeah, I mean, you could die. You could die according to that. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. Folks who work in this business, have you ever been exposed like this? What are the risks that tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com? What were we going to say?
When I got my house tented not too long ago, I kept my cameras on. I didn't have to shut off the power. So watching them go through and double checking everything, they had full gas masks on.
Oh, really?
All of it, yeah.
Did it look like I think it did in there? Was it like completely smoked out looking?
Not really. I was like waiting to see the haziness of it, but they didn't need to. I think for the most part, that's why they have the tent, because they can just put out the poison without having to warn anybody with the smell or haziness of it all.
Not a good thing for your brain.
No, but all the bugs are dead. Not a good thing for your lungs.
And not a good thing for the human body. But if you have experience, let us know. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Not necessarily hanging out in there, but, well, maybe. Who knows? We'll get to more of you. Your dispatches are on the way here momentarily on the show. Many people talking about cloning pets. We'll take those comments for sure. Many people talking about the betting question. We will not take those comments. Absolutely not. Sorry, going to dismiss that. You can come back with something else on the dispatch side, but we will get to your feedback as the show rolls on. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Soulja Boy is back in the headlines for cranking yet another product that is ripping off that rival hoe. The ex-manager of Guns N' Roses is switching the jungle with a civil courtroom and welcoming the entire band to it. Plus, if you thought NFTs were dead, you are wrong-a-chew. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting temperatures to be on the warmer side. It will, though, feel closer to what's typical for this time of year with a high of 82 degrees in Orlando. As we head throughout the next couple of days, we'll stay mostly dry, only a small Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Jessica.
Hey, everyone.
This report is sponsored by BJ's Wholesale Club.
Welcome to the channel.
BJ's Wholesale Club is opening soon in Castleberry.
Welcome.
BJ's members get up to 25% off grocery store prices every day. Visit bjs.com/Castleberry or the membership center at
Explain NFTs, please. No.
To join today.
No. Money for digital thingy. That's as best I can do. Vicky says that's a great Soulja Boy headline. Well, what's the over/under on whether or not that story will be today, tomorrow, or Friday?
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Kokomo.
See that new welcome?
Living La Vida Local, Vicky, Bootsy, Obi-Wan, Charles. Hey, folks, welcome in. If you're new around here, you've never made a comment before, if you feel comfortable enough at some point in time, just say, hey. Just say hello. Give us a little wave emoji. Wander out. Use some duckies like the step-up fee. Whatever you want. Explaining gambling. It's a harder thing than you'd think sometimes. 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. Then we got to talk about Volusia County Sheriff stepping in and saying that people from New York are going to be flooding into Florida because of the election. New York with its own thoughts on this. We'll get into that a little bit later. Uncomfortably comfortable. It's hard to say. Uncomfortably comfortable. Comfortable or comfortable? Which one is right? Comfortable or comfortable? Because I say, are you comfortable? Comfortable or comfortable? A or B? Comfortable? Comfortable? Wait. Comfortable or comfortable? Shit, that's hard. It's gonna break me. 90 seconds, and we're back. I think comfortable is right. Like, welcome to the flight. I hope you are comfortable in your seats. Make sure you use your tray tables and you can recline your seats back in a respectable way. A. B. Hey, you guys are fighting over this too. Is it A, comfortable, comfortable, or B, comfortable. B. You can't just say no. 1 minute and we're back live. The next episode coming up in just a moment here. C. You know, sometimes I wonder about you people. B all day long? I think so. Smart person right there. Big brain. Spotted. All right, here goes nothing, folks. The next episode coming up here in 30 seconds. Hold on to your butts.
And try Vicks Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
To enjoy yourself, and I hope you do some of that enjoying hanging out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. This is a good choice. I promise you'll have some fun along the way. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll put these dispatches on ice and emails as well for a moment, but then we'll kick them open and see what we got as far as the second half of your show with some of your reactions. We'll get into some stuff happening in New York City and the Volusia Sheriff weighing in on the election and stuff. And we'll spin into a bunch of other directions with like a crazy vampire lady. But right now, let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Dabbity-dabbity-da, on and on and on. My mom died, you know. Okay, fine. Shut up.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's his website. That's where you get the process started of refinancing your beautiful home, perhaps buying your first dream home. You have a business and you want to expand that bad boy. Work with that mortgage guy, Dom, because not only is he an expert, he is your friend, he has your back. And when it comes to those big life decisions, you got to work with someone you could trust. So go to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
70 years ago, 1955, Dr. Emmett Brown invented the
Back to the Future
flux capacitor. That is correct. He stood on the edge of what to do what, and then this happened.
His toilet to fix a clock.
Yeah?
And he fell back and hit his head.
Yeah!
And that's when he had the idea for the flux capacitor.
Well done.
Isn't there another timeline, C-Lane, where it's like he actually was knocked out cold the whole time?
Is that
and
the third
all,
one?
All of Back to the Future was a dream. This is like a fan fiction.
That sounds like a definite fan fiction.
Yeah.
They have this
Or
as
theory.
the anniversary because that's the date Marty travels back to in the DeLorean in the original Back to the Future. The flux capacitor is what makes time travel possible. Great Scott. Now we move on to 2025, and we now have a former manager of this group.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
You're all gonna die. And by die, I mean get sued. Because he's big mad for the band blocking, of all things, his memoir. Now, Alan Niven is his name, the former manager of Guns N' Roses. He's suing the band for trying to block him from releasing his memoir titled
Could be interesting.
Sound and Fury, Rock and Roll Stories. It was set to be released this past July 2025, and then pushed back to September. Then the delay came amid rumors that a legal team representing Axl Rose, that man loves to try to delete stuff, like his fat pictures on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They were working to block the book being shared. It is now expected to be shared in March of 2026 and remains available to pre-order online. Tension has been there between Niven and Rose since the 1990s. Goes all the way back to 91, where I guess allegedly Axl Rose refused to continue to work on the GNR Use Your Illusion albums if that man stayed on as their manager.
Mm-hmm.
So he has all the juice, all the tea.
He probably does have some good
Piping
stories.
hot. Now riddle me this, because it's not the first time we've had a tell-all book. How is this going to hold up in court? Because clearly we've had stuff that's been released, Kevin Federline being the latest.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, I don't know, not positive things about Britney Spears, but that certainly wasn't blocked. So how would this hold up in court?
The only thing I think that could hold it back, and we could have to ask Moses about this, is if you had some sort of agreement to not publicly speak about these things or tell these stories. Otherwise, you have all of the rights to your own stories and experiences in life. They can't stop you from that.
I mean, they could try and say they're going to sue you and prove that it didn't happen, but how do you prove something that back? My thing is, if he parted ways with them during Use Your Illusion, how is this a tell-all? You got cut
tell
off.
Half.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit. So they said at some point that he had enough of the public comments because they had obviously split ways in the early 90s, that he started to do some interviews. And he also claims that Slash emailed him personally to say that he should set the record straight and that he's allowed to say what he wished. He also, in an email, consistently encouraged me to get the book finished.
Question for you.
What up?
When you said Slash, this came to mind. Do you guys think if for $1 million somebody played the sound of 3 different people talking, could you tell me which one was Slash?
Nope. I would guess, though. I'd like to have had that $1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I see people like him, I'm like, we all know who Slash is. We all know who Slash is.
Very particular look.
But I don't know if I know what he sounds like.
I think if he walked in here without the hat on, I wouldn't know who he was.
Why not?
I didn't know who Shaggy was.
You did not. Not at all. What if he had a very high-pitched voice? That would really throw me off.
That'd be hilarious.
Hey, you ready for a guitar solo? If you don't want to be in the rock and roll world, say that 12 times fast, you could be part of this world.
Pokemon.
Because, good God, Pokemon Pocket app has now become the highest grossing Pokemon mobile app, but also earned itself in its very first year $1.3 billion.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, and it's not like Pokemon Go, where I feel like we all tried it when it came out during COVID.
Yeah,
right?
around there. Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was before. Did people go back to it because of COVID?
But this is Pokemon Pocket app, where you just, I guess, collect digital trading cards. Wait a second. What does that sound like? NFTs.
Yeah.
Is what
true.
they're being compared to. According to a report from Nintendo Life, Pokemon TCG Pocket app brought in the $1.3 billion I told you about. Its users buying card packs, which led to it becoming the highest earning Pokemon mobile app in the franchise's history. For those unfamiliar, it mirrors both the card trading game where you can rip open packs while chasing down rare cards, and also has a battle function. When you get those rare cards, you can either compete against other humans or an AI computer to achieve status and prizes. And then you also give it your debit card information, and thus,
of course,
$1.3 billion franchise is born.
July 2016, by the way, for Pokemon Go. That's when everybody was going nuts.
Wow. But I guess it was very popular. I remember walking around. I just thought it was during COVID because that's all we really could do to get outside.
It was big from 2016 to like 2018. And you had like hundreds of millions of people using it around that time.
And I'm sure in just a couple years, this guy right here will come up with his very own, not copied at all, Pokemon card. But in the meantime,
Soldier Boy!
He's all up in this hoe and has launched his own handheld console. And
Again?
is now being accused.
Well, the
again,
first one was a set top.
accused of ripping off a rival. It's called Soldier Game Flip. If you want to pull up a picture of it, it looks so familiar that I feel like you can't help but say he's ripping it off. But he
Soldier
claims
Game Flip.
he's
No, I don't see any
Not
resemblance.
one, no, zero. That's-
No.
It's obviously just Soldier Boy.
That-
He can't even. He doesn't even have .com. SoldierBoy.net.
The similarity between this and a Game Boy, no.
The ultimate handheld gaming console endorsed by Soldier Boy, according to the description, designed for gaming enthusiasts who crave high-quality performance on the go, and we copy it. This sleek device combines cutting-edge technology with a robust library of retro and modern games, offering an unparalleled gaming experience.
See, that's the problem.
By unparalleled, it's very paralleled.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
And they don't own those games, do they?
That's the problem. They're not paying any sort of license, I don't think. I can't imagine. When they release these things, and they sell them in the malls, too, where it's just like, here's a 235 in one handheld game. The problem is not that it looks like a Game Boy, because it really doesn't look that much like a Game Boy. But the problem is if it comes loaded with copyrighted software that nobody's getting paid for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The problem is the price. Did you also see that?
$436?
Yeah, that's a hard no for me.
Can't you get these for like $100? These little like handheld thingies?
Now, mind you, not the first time that he has been accused by retro hardware company Retroid for ripping off their Retroid Pocket Flip 2 handheld. The website seemingly lifted images straight from Retroid's website and just said it is Soldier Boy. So his direct.
Yeah, that's the Pocket Flip 2. That's it.
So there you have it, my friends. And back in 2021, Soldier Boy announced that he was the new owner of Atari, and they quickly denied that. They said, we have nothing to do with Soldier Boy. So he keeps on going. No one is stopping him. So why not?
Hold on. First of all, yes, you're 100% right. The Pocket Flip 2 looks exactly like the Soldier Boy Flip.
What
It's
are you doing, man?
Same thing. But the Pocket Flip 2 is $289 on Target's website, and the Soldier Boy thing is $436.
I mean, if they're selling it at Target, maybe they are paying for some of the games that are on there, or the games that are on there are kind of janky.
Yeah, it could be.
I really want to know if anyone has bought from soldierboy.net that one and just wasted so much money on the boob tube. We've got the following. The streaming premiere of the Fantastic Four First Steps on Disney Plus. We have Tyler Perry's Finding Joy on Amazon. Survivor, The Floor, Chicago Med, and all the Chicagos. Golden Bachelor as well. And you can catch Jennifer Lawrence on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, say with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. The show that is kind of grabbing the internet, taking the internet by storm this week.
Nobody wants this?
Look up this name because I know the name. Ryan Murphy. What's Ryan Murphy from? What do I know that guy from creating? He made this thing called All's Fair, season 1 of All's Fair, which is just getting drilled by reviewers. It's got a 0%.
Ryan Murphy's monster, Glee, Nip Tuck.
Is he? Oh, God.
Yeah.
All's Fair has Kim Kardashian,
Sarah
Niecy
Paulson.
Nash, Naomi Watts, Glenn Close. It's got all these people, and it's so cheesy. I don't know if you've seen any of the clips of this. Oh, God.
I haven't seen it yet, but this is the guy who was behind, the most recent, my God, Menendez brothers.
Yeah, right. Oh, watch this. It's so bad. It's so bad. Here's an example. All right?
What? You know, I have been investigating Chase and all of his shenanigans. I found out something. You're not gonna like it. Pin your wig down a little, because this might blow it back.
She said, pin your wig, homegirl, because this might blow it back.
So it's
like the dramatic, cheesy, over the top. Somebody says it's actually a masterpiece.
Is it supposed to be a little satirical, though? Because he's done that.
It says
He's
it's
got
like
very successful shows.
a female divorce lawyer law firm, and it is cheesy, man.
Sold.
Some of the clips I've seen are like, wow, all right, congrats. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into the Volusia County Sheriff talking about the election for some reason. We've got updates on the Louvre heist, some pretty crazy twists on that one, and a father and son in the most bizarre story we've had all day, without a doubt. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks return to Raymond James Stadium to host the New England Patriots. Coverage starts at noon this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law.
Crews that moved that accident off to the shoulder. It's stop and go. Eastbound. Just before Pop Vineland Road, there's a crowd.
How many laptops are you going to need?
There, move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Can you do it?
Sponsorship means food, healthcare,
Okay.
education,
Do you need headphones?
known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year in their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393. Real Radio 104.1.
Oh, cool. It's reading the screen?
Fox 35, Orlando's Care Force.
It sounded like it was reading it out loud.
This is a community.
Folks, don't be weird. Forrest is here. Okay? Yes, behave.
For women and children ahead of its holiday season.
Handful of minutes and we're back live.
Central Florida families facing food insecurity. We're collecting non-perishable food items, gift cards, baby supplies, and household essentials. Friday, November 7th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Walmart near UCF.
Just turning it down for a moment.
East Colonial Drive in Orlando. Come out, donate, and make a difference.
Hello to everybody. Hi, how are you? Hit the like button over on YouTube. If you're new around here, welcome to the show. You can hang out with us every day from 11 to 3. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. What happened? Still broken?
It just does this, man. It's fucking stupid.
You better get anything important here.
Drama going on right now, too.
Oh, well, watch out. Remember, there's a microphone on.
Oh, yeah.
You're definitely gonna flip up.
They removed my access to everything, including my work email now. I just saw.
$1 million. If the insurance company is turning its back on you, we're here to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Here by Jim Colbert here. The fall is here. The air is crisp. The colors are bright. Life just feels a little clearer. But are you seeing the world as clearly as you should? Don't let another season pass you by. The experts at the
Microphone back on. Forrest is a loose cannon. He's rogue. He's a rogue man. Don't say, Forrest, show us your tank. I told you to stop being weird. He looks stressed already.
I haven't even seen my own game.
He looks stressed because he has a laptop that he has files he needs on it that is kind of broken, and one that's completely broken, and then he's not done work on this thing. But
just turn on.
Recovery is launched in the background. You are
Recovery.
I'm shutting it down. I'm going to turn it back on.
What, is it going to launch recovery every time?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I can't see anything.
What's on here again? Like your template?
Just my, well, that template is my, I'll transfer, if the screen turns on for enough to transfer over, I don't have to worry about that. The other thing is if I have to get the, what I'll do is at least sync the timeline on this computer with all the other files.
Yeah.
Get mine, that's on an SD card at work, I brought the wrong one. This one I thought it was that one, it's not. And I'll just sync it up.
Okay.
But we can at least, yeah, it's not turning on.
You do you, man. I'd say, isn't there an outlet so you can just like run this on another monitor?
Like HDMI, yeah.
Yeah.
HDMI, let's see if it.
Dude, okay, here, right in here. Open that door. There's a monitor in there. Okay, you can plug it in right here. There should be a cable in there too for you, an HDMI cable. And there's a power supply for that screen that you'll need to plug in. But if you plug that into the HDMI port, you might be able to see it. Tech support, baby. Mr. Predicto, will we be able to recover the files on Forrest's computer?
Highly doubtful.
Highly doubtful. That's not great. That is not great news. It's a little bit rough to hear.
There's files everywhere. They're just on an SD card at work right now.
This is why you gotta be on the cloud, man.
I know, actually that's true.
You gotta hit up the cloud.
I ain't paying for the cloud. Where do you have power here?
Oh, right here. Right here. You can make that work. If not, you can do it down there. There you go.
Come on, baby. All I need is that home screen to pop up.
Hold on. There's a stand in there. So you're not just leaving it on the monitor. It's probably why your stuff is broken for us.
No, my stuff's broken because some
Alright.
sat on it and on the counter. There you go.
Don't burn all of the bridges. Hello, John. Hello, Abraham. Hello, Arnott. Hey, Charles. It's Forrest Gump's son? They think he looks like Forrest Gump's son? I don't see it. Just the Forrest name. I mean, I see that. What? No, that's old school. Probably. What do you need that for?
Just power the computer. Maybe it has to be powered on.
Why is the computer dead?
No, you can see like right here that it's on.
Yeah.
I just can't click like the login part. You have to click that, right?
Why don't you ask AI on another one and say like, hey, here's the situation.
Oh shit. My mouse is over here though.
Okay. Yes, it's just a second display right
So I have to just log in.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think you'll be able to at least see like a desktop.
Oh, I can see my mouse through that crack too.
Mouse crack. We got a mouse crack, everybody.
This is so ghetto.
We got a mouse crack. All right. We're coming back. Godspeed over.
Southeast Steel, you get the best deal.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. WIN. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Fantastic, you smell fantastic, and you are in the world's most viral newsroom. Thank you for hanging out today and always on the show. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. The sheriff of Volusia County, Florida, Mike Chitwood, you might have heard of him. He has a post that's getting a bunch of attention today after the elections and after the mayor of New York was announced. The winner of the election is that guy, the socialist dude, Zohran Mamdani. As expected, he won. And by the way, he won by more than the second two combined. So even if Curtis Sliwa would have stepped out of the race and 100% of his votes would have gone to Cuomo, Cuomo wouldn't have won. He would not have won the election. So there was a pretty decent margin there for Zohran Mamdani. But Chitwood in Volusia County, Florida, was like, hey, New Yorkers who are seeing the results of this election, you can come to the state of Florida. And so there's literally discussion like, are there going to be people, because one poll in particular said like 10% of New Yorkers said they would flee if this dude won. Is it going to happen or not? I would be skeptical of that for a bunch of reasons. One being, I think a lot of those people already left New York. I think they already moved outside of New York.
I would assume the same thing.
I think that like a lot of the people who were dissenters have moved away outside of the folks. Like you can see who voted for who. And the map I looked at was like Cuomo's votes are all in like lower Manhattan in the financial district and these areas. And then up around Central Park, it's where all of like these old left-wing rich-ass New Yorkers are, and they all voted for the left-wing guy. And then in Brooklyn and some of these other neighborhoods where they were promised a whole bunch of stuff, the world in the city at least is going to get a whole lot cheaper. But Mike Chitwood said this to those folks who might be leaving. If you're a New York City resident or a great NYPD officer unhappy with the results of tonight's mayoral election.
So he's offering land and jobs.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The police officers, because in his past, Mamdani had a lot of pretty anti-police, defund the police type comments. He's started to walk those back a little bit, but like I think people will present a version of themselves prior to an election and then kick it up once they win the vote sometimes. So I wouldn't be surprised if he rolled back on some of that. But Chitwood says, to my NYPD friends, if you want to come work in an organization that is cutting edge, innovating every day, a place where you're appreciated by the community and supported by the elected officials, then check out the Volusia Sheriff's Office and take a look at how we're getting the job done. To business owners looking for a safe, growing community, a great environment to do business, and a fantastic place to raise your family, take a look at Volusia County. To all New Yorkers, if you're looking for a better quality of life, from education to the outdoors to the beautiful weather, check out Volusia County. We're open for business. Tonight's election is not the end. It could be the beginning of a new life, says Chitwood.
But what a vast difference Manhattan is from Deltona.
God, what's the biggest place in Volusia? It's not Deltona, is it?
Daytona Beach, DeLand, Deltona, New Smyrna Beach, Orange City, Port Orange.
Daytona would be the biggest, I guess, out of that.
But such a difference.
I'm a fan. I love Florida. I'll take Florida over New York every day. Sorry, New Yorkers. Sorry. I mean, outside of New York City, beautiful place. Our Albany friends. Oh, God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. People listening in Buffalo. Gorgeous territory over there. I'm from Vermont, not far away. Hi, my name is Sean. But New York City, no. Too many hobos, pooping in boxes. The whole thing's a mess.
The hobo.
And Joshua was the top comment that says, Mike, man, we have no more room here, literally. So, New Yorkers, I want to hear from you. What are your reactions? Are you planning on moving? You going to Volusia County, perhaps? Floridians, what do you think? Do you think we'll see a big response here with people who are trying to get away because they think the economy will have more issues as a result of the new mayor? I'll tell you again, most of those people left, I think, number one. And number two, what you're about to discover is the lack of power that a mayor of a city actually has over anything more broad than things like the rent control stuff that Mamdani wants to do. That he can probably pull off. The rest, you have to ask everybody in the Capitol to fund, and it becomes a very hard thing. Problem being, if somebody does that, they'll be like, I could really give you all the things I promised if I just had a little more power. And then a little more power. And then if we had just a little more power. And then ultimate power is what is sought in some of these cases. Power. Absolute ultimate power. But NYPD officers, are they going to be leaving and heading out of New York? I have no idea, but we'll see what you have to say about that. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here was Mamdani very quickly after he was announced to be the winner of the election, ran a great campaign, whether you like him or not. Very much seemed to me to be like Bernie Sanders vibes. That's what I got. You know, off this guy, like off of the supporters that he built up in his whole world. So here it is. A lot of phones out. We skip past the music blasting as he goes up to the stage and get to him responding here. This was his victory speech in New York City to his supporters after he learned that he won, which was pretty quickly. It wasn't a long time before they called it for him.
Footage from the other two's parties.
No,
and
I guess
weird.
I think Cuomo, I think he conceded, but was not very happy. As much
I don't know if he's ever smiled.
The one commission race in Orlando where that lady was trying to get back her seat after being accused of
elder abuse.
Elder abuse. I think she refused to concede.
Sure did.
Oh, big shocker.
And the thing is, though, is that when interviewed about it, she's like, all of y'all calling me for fraud and for elder abuse. Well, clearly some people know my name. And that was her reasoning for not conceding. I'm like, I don't think those are positive points.
Yeah, she from a distance, I don't know about her very much, but she seems like not the greatest. Not the greatest. But in this case, I think at least everybody acknowledged that he was the winner. And now, good luck to you. We'll see how it all plays out. I got a couple more clips on that and some of the response. But let's see. Let's go over to you really quickly and get some of your feedback today on what's going on the show. Come on now. When you send, it's almost gonna get you, John. Almost gonna get you a frowny face for multiple dispatches in a row. But I'll give this time to, let's see, Bruise Traveler is talking about cloning.
So the cloning aspect. First of all, Sean, I agree with you, and people need to understand that it's the experiences and the upbringing and all of that that makes you, your pets them, and etc. And once it's gone, it's gone. Mm-hmm. You know, just because it has the same DNA doesn't mean it's going to be the same person or same animal.
Ain't that true?
Yeah, going back to that This American Life story real quick. It's funny you mentioned it. It was the first thing I thought of. But then C-Lane mentioned the naming thing. The bull's name was Chance.
That's true.
And then, of course, Second Chance.
He's right. That was it. It was Chance the bull that old man fell in love with. And then his bull that was hanging out in his house with him, it was his best buddy. Chance the bull died. And then the cloned one was Second Chance. And then Second Chance hated him.
It's a damn good name.
Second Chance gored the guy multiple times. And he's like, what's going on? This is my pal.
Just you wait, though, 10, 20, 30 years from now when they have the cloning capabilities and then the AI being able to gather all the information and make that, perfect personality.
My question is if the cloning thing, like they want to have the same dog or whatever, and the personality is not going to be the same because it had a different upbringing. You know, there's a lot of different things about it. Are the markings going to be the same? Like, what about the dog will be the same? Besides just The DNA, the source code.
So you're saying you got Dalmatian 1 and you clone it. Do you get spots in the same place on Dalmatian 2?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Is that a DNA thing?
Well, if it's not going to look the same and it's not going to act the same, what are we spending our money on?
But this is the equivalent, is it not, of an identical twin, right? So a twin of a human would be almost a facsimile.
Okay.
Very, very similar in appearance. So maybe the spots and stuff would be the same. I don't know.
So my younger siblings, identical twins, but they were also considered mirror twins. So they have the same DNA, but one's left-handed, the other one's right-handed.
Oh, really?
There was other mirror things that I'm
Is that
totally
common? I've
blanking
never
on.
heard of mirror twins before. That's interesting.
You know what, twins are weird. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And I love
Everything
my
about it's
siblings,
weird.
but twins are wild.
Everything's about it is weird because it's just like you're used to seeing one person and not somebody who looks exactly like them or has all those weird twinsy things. But I would still say in almost all cases where they're not memeing it up, identical twins, you will find that they have different personalities, different personas, even if they like experience all the same things in life. That's why I know a lot of you are saying like the nurture side of things, and you can't just clone somebody because they're not going to be the same because they didn't have the same experiences. I believe it's beyond that. I'm not making a religious argument, but I almost am. I'm saying that it's beyond if you have two things that grow up in the same kind of spot with the same natural forces on them and the same experiences in life. I think there's still different people because there's another internal thing that you cannot clone that makes us us. It's the individual little core at the center of all of us. And I think that is the most interesting thing about life, if I'm honest about it. Let's see what else we have here. Here is here's your local lawn guy.
Good after morning, junkies. Hey, we made it to the roast last week. Man, what a good time.
Oh, good.
Absolutely hilarious. Shout out to C-Lane. Man, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us after the show. That was awesome, man.
Nice to see you.
Great to finally meet you. On this invitation to New Yorkers, man, as a native Floridian, I think we got enough here, man. I think we got enough people
What's
here.
wrong with you people?
We're not building up our infrastructure to maintain all this growth. We should close Florida.
No, you guys, look, we need people. We need people to be a strong state. And if we get people to move from other states to our states, that's more money in our state. We don't want freeloaders, but we do want hardworking, good Americans. At least I want that. I know that there's a thing with Floridas and New Yorkers, and I don't want to fight the audiences because we're in both areas. I know that that's a thing, but I think that we can find a way to get along. I think we can sort this out. I'm not trying to be positive, Sean, today. I don't want to do too much of that, but I do want to tell you, I think we could sort it out. One more for now. Here's John the Exterminator. Who would know more about the criminal running into the tented house? This is good. Let's see.
Yeah, Sean, running into a fumigated tented place, that's always going to be a bad idea. Some of the chemicals that we use, it can 1,000% kill you. If he's been in there for hours, I'm guessing it wasn't something, maybe it was, maybe California's got to use different kind of chemicals, but some of the ones that we use, yeah.
They kill you?
Emergency room is going to be the best case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to kill. It's meant to kill smaller things, of course, inside the house when you fumigate, but not good for even larger things like human beings. You're not supposed to be in there. Speaking of humans, an American teacher and his son have died while in southeastern Asia. They were in Laos. You may have heard of Laos. Beautiful country. Still a country where, like Cambodia, you can do some wild things as a tourist. Like in Laos and Cambodia, you find the right spots, you can throw a grenade for $50.
That's fun.
They'll let you do it. That's freedom. That is the freedom to throw a grenade for $50 is something to be lauded. They have their own problems.
Do you have to throw it like over a cliff or down a bit of ways? Because what if you're what if you have a really bad throw and you shank it?
Yeah, I've seen some of those like first pitch moments, and you don't want that with a grenade, right?
I'm not going to say I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to say like, let it go, and then it doesn't do what you want to. That would be freaky. But that wasn't what took out this American teacher and his son, they actually both ended up dying, all right, during this trip to Laos. Dad is 46 years old, son just 15. And the thing that took them out, it's actually in the studio, all right?
Your studio or our studio?
It's in my studio. Oh. The thing that took them out is in my studio right now. It's not Forrest working on editing the roast. It's not that. Forrest. He's not the one who took out these two. It's something else, and we'll get into the crazy details on this in just a moment. We'll also, in jury duty, get to this vampire wife attack, which is one of the wilder stories of the day. We've been talking about twins. Conjoined twins will make their way into the show before too long. It's a busy Wednesday, and we got all sorts of viral twists and turns for you, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
We all sound like we just had sex.
Don't touch.
Does anybody do innuendo better than us? I mean, deep cut innuendo.
Seriously. Don't touch.
Deep cut.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic stop and go due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before Apopka Vineland Road. 2 left lanes are blocked there. Traffic's backed up from Osceola Parkway. Emergency crews have moved that accident off to the shoulder on the express lanes of I-4 westbound near Lee Road. Traffic's getting by a little bit better now. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where horsepower meets hard work. We're reigniting the spirit of racing and the power of skilled trades. Mentorship, education, legacy, fuel the future on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets now at ihra.com.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that. We provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors to help keep you on track from day one. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
This Veterans Day, Eustis Roofing honors those who served. Qualified veterans receive $2,000 off any roof replacement, minimum of $1,000.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Speaking of gas, did you hear we're getting a BJ's Wholesale Pub with everyday low gas prices?
Nice. Just think how much we'll save.
So I can make my
All right. You guys have been good so far. You haven't weirded him out yet. Although, maybe a little bit.
Or visit the membership center at the Castleberry Exchange Shopping
It's a lot going on over here.
Absurdly simple savings.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have
We got 3 minutes and we're back live, everybody. Still no keyword. You should have heard the keyword already. What, the keyword this hour? Somebody tell Steven the keyword, for God's sake. I don't know what it is.
Solar Source. Whole home solar from just $89 a month with no money down. Guaranteed performance and maintenance included. I love my solar panels. They've been saving me money for years. Now you can get on board with solar and save up to 40% on your power bill.
Bull crap, we're never good? Kind of true. I could see you guys having a little Mamdani connection at some point in time. So yeah, I'll agree with that right now. I'll agree with that in the moment. Sean, can you please explain your theory on power bottoms who lay on their stomachs? I don't have a theory on that. You might want me to, but I don't.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out
2 minutes
on the Big Green Egg. If you don't
Hey there, Mike. How are you?
Go visit my friends at Watsy's Meat Market.
Hey, Mike.
Get yourself a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest
Sean, can you
prices
explain how magnets
They also
work?
have all the
Yes.
accessories. They even have a
It
class
is
set up where they'll teach you
magic,
basic
as you might imagine.
techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on
I
social
too
medias.
heard the ICP song.
Website, WassysMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Hey, Sabrina from the News Junkie here, and I finally upgraded my washer and dryer after many years, and I think every laundry guy...
I don't care how strong we are. I just want to have room to breathe, maybe even walk around the block naked at night and no one really sees me. It's all about the little things, buddy. It's all about the little things. Sorry about the multiple dispatches. Yeah, it's okay. I nuked 2 of them. It's not even that you can only do one a day. You could feel free to send, one or more a show. It's just when you do multiple in a row.
You get the best deal.
Thank you, Josh.
Did you take Dayquil Intense Blue?
1 minute.
I got this.
Can you please change chat so we can use the R word? Nightbot is being a bitch. How do we feel about retard in chat?
Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your
Yes or no?
Ready for that to-do list. Wow.
Yes or no in chat? I didn't know there was a ban on that. Obviously, I don't care about a ban on that. I'm here to fight for the use of words, in particular, deploying those words in ways that make sense and aren't actually offensive to anybody who's not a pearl-clutching, purple-haired, nose-ring fucking weirdo. So, I'm more for it than against it.
Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play podcasts.
Who knows? Couple of pussies up front.
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening. Reach impact window.
All right. Hold the vote. We're coming back.
Wait till you fire the guy.
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Reese Impact windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. WIN. That's win. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
that killed an American teacher and his son in Laos. And I was kind of surprised to see this story, honestly. This is something that I thought was gone in the news headlines. I thought we weren't even talking about this anymore. But it came up, so we might as well work this in. I'll have to... Give me a second here. Blab for a second, because I didn't grab it. I'll have to go get the thing that killed this American teacher and his son. Hang on,
I mean, you're being very nonchalant. Are you going to die when you grab the thing?
I might. I'll grab it carefully. I'll grab it. I will very carefully grab this thing that killed the American teacher and his son. I got to be careful.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you know what's in there on his shelf? I already know what the thing is.
Oh,
so
you do?
it's just
So
kind of like...
I have no idea. It's been a minute. Is it the shelf that was behind, like where the garage door is, or is it that tiny one with the old radio?
No, other side. Off to the right with all the little trinkets on it.
It's a boob. It's that squishy stress ball boob, isn't it?
It is right here in my hand. This is the thing. This is the thing.
Smaller than
that killed this American teacher and his son. That I thought was done. I thought it would not be in the news anymore. But it is in my hand.
I have no idea.
I can safely hold it because
it is encased in...
That's a hornet.
A murder hornet is what killed this man and his son. And this is literally
a swarm of them?
Yeah.
A murder hornet. Yeah, they got hit by a massive swarm of them. They were messing around with this tree, and they were trying to get down, and there was a massive swarm of these murder hornets, just like this one.
They were ziplining, right? Like, did they just zip line straight into him?
I guess so. They ended up trying to get down out of a tree at some point, but they were ziplining.
What an awful way to die.
And Laos, which I'm sure was beautiful, but these guys are very dangerous.
Camera? I want to see it, because that's a big ass wasp.
It's pretty big. It's about, I would say, 2 inches tall. These things, they're pretty impressive.
Oh my God, hell no!
A little freaky deaky.
Is the stinger still in there?
There is a stinger. Yeah, there's
How big is it?
It's not very big. It's like the head of a needle, but it's enough for these particular murder hornets to do damage. And this father-son duo out there ziplining, like Celine said, ended up getting attacked. Their whole bodies were covered in spots. It was just absolutely painful. And you can't even imagine. I mean,
what do you die
I don't
of?
want to.
I'm asking something that
shock, heart attack.
How do murder hornets actually kill you?
Okay, could you probably start freaking out and your heart blows up?
Primarily through multiple stings that deliver a large, potent dose of venom, which can lead to anaphylactic shock, cardiac arrest, or organ failure. I would feel like and/or is the proper sentence. Well, a single sting is unlikely to be fatal for a healthy adult unless they have the allergic reaction. They had so many of them. Is deadly because it contains neurotoxins and compounds that damage tissue.
I mean, keep in mind, Daniel Owen, the father, 46, Cooper Owen, the son, 15. So these are not like extremely old, fragile people. It's just the murder hornets got one. Again, I thought these things were sunsetting out there, but they're back. I guess.
Lying in wait.
Zipline company, want to double check where your lines are going before sending people on them?
We don't even have those here, do we? I don't think we have murder hornets in the United States.
I don't believe so.
Zip lines.
Except for the one you have, in your hand.
Yeah.
But didn't they have like a migration every once in a while? Or is it the African... killer?
There was the reason why we're talking about this, folks, is for a while it was one of these big viral narratives, and we were chronicling all these stories of the murder hornets flying around all over the place. And they were talking about we found one in Seattle, we found one here, we found one there, and then all of those stories died off. And unfortunately for these folks, they still had them in Laos. I guess it was still a problem for them over there. Yep. Now they have unfortunately died. So. We shall see. Here is anonymous, a couple anonymous emails that I want to get to. This one is from somebody who says, "For the love of all things holy, keep me anonymous." Okay, all right. I used to work at SDF as a tech for the plane agency, and I've worked on equipment on some of these planes. This is the west runway and the longest one at the airport where this plane crashed, the UPS plane he's talking about. The plane was able to clear the blast fence south of the runway and crossed one of the roads nearby, but it hit something called Dixie Warehouse, or that used to be called Dixie Warehouse. One of the videos from the perspective of the UPS tug showed the plane cartwheeling. It did look like it was kind of cartwheeling at the time of impact there, which is no good, to say the very least. It had to cross grade lane before it hit a petroleum recycling facility. There are multiple recycling facilities and other industrial businesses in the path this UPS plane crash took place.
Yeah, but petroleum, that doesn't sound like it. Probably added to the cloud.
Sure. It had to, as big as that explosion was. This happened during rush hour 2. And it's a 2-lane road all the way south, he said. It would be a miracle if it didn't impact that traffic.
For the sequel.
It put a lot of perspective for me personally.
Wait for it.
Because I used to work on the roof of the warehouse as
God.
part of the approach lights are on top of it, he said. So
that would have been him.
Yeah, that's freaky. That's gotta hit you in a very, very weird way. Keep me anonymous, says this person at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, gang. Cloning and artificial insemination are not allowed in thoroughbred horse racing. Cloning is allowed, though, in polo horses. Adolfo Cambiaso cloned his favorite polo horse, Corta Terra, 14 times, and he swaps them during a game. Is that true? That's wild, if true.
Is that why you're anonymous?
14 times? Quartertero is the horse, he said.
If this is all online information, I flag on the field. I don't understand why you have to be anonymous.
Well, I think maybe for other reasons they don't want to be, but I don't know if this is true or not.
243.
Am I getting? Oh, no. This says 6 cloned horses. This is from 2016. Help rider win prestigious polo match. And then this is years later. He's got 14 clones.
But wait,
and then
this person said that artificial insemination is not allowed. Isn't that why the sperm is so expensive?
No, they say artificial insemination is not allowed. Hold on, let me go back. Artificial insemination and cloning are not allowed in thoroughbred horse racing, but it is allowed in polo horses.
Right, so but every time in horse races, they want the sperm of the winning horse. Would that not involve artificially inseminating?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's artificial insemination if you're taking it from one and ramming it into another.
Maybe they're
regardless.
not taking it from one and ramming it into another. Maybe they're taking that horse over there, getting him good and drunk.
Could be. Saucing them up and getting them ready to go?
You know, just putting on some slow jams.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the email. You could be anonymous, too. Put that on top if you'd like to. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people with updates on the UPS plane crash. I think we've covered that mostly. If you missed it, go back on the show. I'll give you something else here for a second because this is kind of an interesting little story. In Texas, some former conjoined twins, all right, former conjoined twins are now in the news, and it's because they have decided to, after their surgery, pop back up. Hang on. I hate ABC News has
on
one
their
of the
own,
worst
or
websites.
They want to be back together.
Oh, hold on. Compete. So they now are, years after being separated, these former conjoined twins, you can take a look at them here. Oh, wow. This is when they were conjoined, obviously. It shows them in the hospital.
I thought for sure at the shoulder. This is different.
Yeah, they were conjoined down the middle
Fight
here.
the odds. In 2016, they
Whoa,
were born
whoa.
conjoined at the pelvis. Their separation required a groundbreaking 12-hour separation surgery at a hospital in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Those who are
Doctors
not watching
said
on
they
the
may
stream,
never-
there's a picture of all the doctors praying, which I feel like is not very good to hear right before you're going into the surgery.
Well,
Like,
these are delicate surgeries. They were connected at the abdomen. They had their own arms and legs and stuff. And I'll tell you what they're doing now in just a second
walk
here.
again. But now, nearly 10 years later, the girls are doing a lot more than walking.
Oh, yeah.
That's them.
They're cheerleading
Wow.
in a
Their legs were great.
statewide competition. Their routine tells the story of their lives, from the music to the final pose, a reference to their very beginnings. And their journey has been a long one. After the surgery, the family lived
That's
at a Ronald
crazy.
McDonald house for more than a year as the girls recovered.
One,
Yeah, I was just about to.
I don't know why. One is much shorter than the other. One is like
She got the bad legs.
I guess, but they look totally normal. Would you ever think like?
No.
You look at these girls; they
No,
look like
see?
two young normal girls.
Seeing like pre-surgery, I thought for sure their legs wouldn't be any good. Or
No,
they'd
they're
be
fine.
in wheelchair. I mean, they're jumping around and doing cheer. It looks like perfectly normal legs.
Man, maybe that must be one of the more successful removals of conjoined twins in history.
Maybe that prayer circle worked.
I guess so. They're praying to the right thing.
I think the doctor was like, I got this right down the middle. Oh, no.
Wait a second.
No. It's a little off.
Which one of you wants the good legs?
One is a bit shorter than the other.
Who quickly became their family.
I'm not gonna forget this because the people here always were there for us. When we cry, they cry with us. We never felt alone.
Wow, these two are now part of their cheerleading team, and they're competing as cheerleaders a decade after being separated from being conjoined twins.
That's crazy.
What a world we live in here. Yeah. What a time. So, yeah, science can do some pretty astonishing things, and now they're utilizing their own bodies separate from one another.
They're gonna
10
clone 'em,
years
too.
later. Maybe mix all the stories together before you know it. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we got jury duty. I promised you this vampire wife story, which is such a weird journey. We will go down that route and see what happened with this vampire wife with the samurai sword. And an update on the Louvre Museum robbery, which is just, it's got me shaking my head a bit today. Why? Wait till you hear the newest bombshells in the Louvre robbery. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
It was a bad night for the Magic. They lost on the road to Atlanta and also had a player ejected. Desmond Bain got tossed for throwing a ball at the Hawks on Yeka Okongwu. The Magic at 3-5 host the Celtics Friday. NFL news, the Jaguars at the trade deadline acquired veteran receiver Jacoby Myers from the Raiders in exchange for 4th and 6th round draft picks. College football, UCF preparing for Friday night's game against Houston. I'm Matt McCoy.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Hear ye, hear ye. This is your heads up. Southeast Steel's Black November sale is starting November 6th, and the exclusive rebates are back. Even better, they just got a very rare for Central Florida truckload of Speed Queen laundry machines. They're in stock, and you can't find this brand just anywhere. It's commercial grade, tough, energy efficient, and ready for delivery right now. So if you want a washer and dryer that actually lasts, this is it. And the place to go is Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse. Visit southeaststeel.net or swing by their downtown Orlando warehouse before all of it is gone. Because, trust me, at Southeast Steel, you get the best deal.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping.
Nice. Ed Reed, you in?
The only thing I drop is receivers and mics.
Ed, we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay insurance.
Oh, okay. I'll do that kind of drop.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Here by Jim Colbert here. The fall is here. The air is crisp. The colors are bright. Life just feels a little clearer. But are you seeing the world as clearly as you should? Don't let another season pass you by. The experts at the Filatowski Eye Institute can help you enjoy every beautiful detail without the hassle of glasses or contacts. So if you're considering LASIK or other vision correction surgery, call 407-333-5111 today and schedule your consultation. That's 407-333-5111 or visit filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big-name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
Welcome to Sprouts. We've got hundreds of fresh, delicious buy one, get one free and buy one, get one 50% off deals. We call it Super BOGO sale.
Super BOGO, with the ability to double hundreds of delicious healthy finds at no extra cost.
Ha! Like a superhero. I get it. Super BOGO is here to help you save on fresh and frozen finds like all pizzas, even gluten-free, chopped kale Caesar, fresh bell peppers, even Thanksgiving must-haves like organic herb stuffing and gravy.
That's the hero we need.
Sprouts Super BOGO. BOGO and double up the deals until November 11th.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now is the perfect time because Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. And here's the really big news. Buy now and pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right, 0 down and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are built for Florida homes, engineered to handle heat, humidity, and hurricanes while helping you save on energy bills year-round. And with their smart sunglass, you'll enjoy natural light while reducing heat loss and boosting your comfort. William agrees and says our horizontal slide window from Renewal by Andersen is beautiful. The quality rises above the rest. Their installation is very professional, a very good experience. I recommend Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process in 4 easy steps. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Imagine a holiday season without sneezing, sinus headaches, or watery eyes. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. Aspire has clinically proven treatments that meet your budget and lifestyle, so you're not locked into weekly allergy shots like with most allergists. And you may be close to meeting that healthcare deductible, so your visit could be covered. Don't let allergies or sinus issues ruin your holidays. Aspire can have you breathing easy in no time. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News. Reporting for America.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you...
Don't Mike here. What's happening? It is Forrest's fault, Sport. You got it 100% right. You know, Sean finally gets a person in there. Gets distracted. It's distracted. How's everybody doing? How's your Wednesday? How's your hump day? Thank you, Bootsy. Felt a little bad about it on account of the whole plane exploding into smithereens and people dying. Never a good thing. But, you know. C-Lane, explain gambling to us. It was not immediately clear that you had to bet one thing on Kalshi and one thing on Polymarket. Makes more sense now. It's an arbitrage or arbitrage, something like that. Whoever said that in chat was right. Or it might have been somebody who said that on the texting service. Either way. How are babies made? Well, when a mother loves a father really, really a lot, they get to sexing. And that's all the time I've got for that.
Mo.com.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
Duty is on the way with some wild twists and turns ahead of us, friend. People are going to get naked. There's going to be a vampire, and the Louvre is even more unsecure than you could have imagined. All of that coming up in just a bit on the show. I did notice something yesterday. It's so funny to me how, I know obviously America is very divided politically. We have the fringe people, the very political people who try to inject politics into everything, trying to make everybody's lives more miserable, and they can't be won over by much of anything. Logic and just explanations. It doesn't matter. It's a team ideology, and they're drinking the Kool-Aid till they flop on the ground, right? And I see that kind of stuff, but then I see there are some things that were up yesterday in the elections for votes where I go, how could anybody even be against this? Who are the people against this? And I didn't look up the full thing. I texted you about this yesterday, C-Lane, but there was one thing on the ballot in New York that was like ditching all of the printed paper maps and creating a digital version of all of the New York City maps that they then build on as a huge interactive digital map that is their future, as opposed to all the stupid printed maps that they have up all these places. I was like, who's the person who's not for that? Who's the person who's not like, we want to improve on the technology that will help everybody navigate the city that we all live in together? Like, who's the person? Like, we can't even get together on simple things sometimes. That should have been 100% approved. All right. Unless I'm missing something crazy in that. I don't know if you found that, C-Lane, but
I'm looking right now. Let's see. nycvotes.org ballot proposal.
It was number 5, I think.
Yeah,
right?
It was. Okay, what you'll see on the ballot. So that this is one of those .org websites that's trying to kind of simplify everything for you.
All right, I believe them.
Consolidate borough map office and address assignment functions.
Mm-hmm.
And create one digital city map at Department of City Planning. Today, the city map consists of paper maps across 5 offices. So
yes, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they're taking 5 offices and consolidating them into one. No leaves in place 5 separate map and address assignment functions administered by borough president offices.
Now, for the record, I guess the people who work in those offices might be less excited about this.
Correct.
And it passed, I believe. But I was like,
but only like 75% yes.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what are the other people who are? I want the maps to be in 4 different locations. I like it to be like a treasure hunt when I want to do some work on my house.
Yeah, this definitely seems like they've been doing this the old way too long. So what the proposal means, the city map, and they capitalize this when I say city map, C and M are capitalized. The city map legally defines street names, widths, and lines. Currently, it's managed by 5 topographical bureaus in each borough president's office. And I'm not reading that wrong. 5 bureaus in each borough president's office. The city map consists of 8,000 paper maps.
That's crazy. Like, why wouldn't you want that to be one digital thing that everybody can access? Then you can go.
And search within.
I would be curious, very curious, how many cities are still doing it like this, because this sounds like something that hasn't been changed in a lot of places.
Also, is it very expensive to change? It can't be.
This is a red tape thing. That's what it is. This is like one of those things where it's red tape, and we've got to go to this office and do this and this and that.
I think if you looked at these maps, it wouldn't be like reading a street map that you would get directions on. It would be like it would be very geographical, a lot of mathematics in there. The proposal would require the Department of City Planning, or the DCP, to consolidate these separately maintained paper maps into one centralized and digitized city map. And then it's pretty obvious
this would
what
be like
a yes
if you
and a
had
no
to,
would mean.
If you had to vote for GPS on your phone or triptychs, and then there's still not everybody's voting for GPS on your phone. You're like, what the hell? We can't get together on this thing? This seems like an obvious thing. BDMX Con says they don't want the city to take it from the borough. Closer things are to the constituents, the better. That's not true. Just by default, the closer things are to the constituents, the better. No, it should. Everything should be modernized. Everything should be modernized.
Depends. They don't want like people in one part of the city making decisions for them. For way across the way.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a no-brainer to me. But anyhow, when I see that in these elections, I'm like, why wouldn't everybody at least be on the same page for that one thing?
8,000 paper maps is wild.
It seems like a nightmare. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, I want you to reach out to Mo because he's going to help you out so much. He's the best of the best, and he's going to be the person who guides you through this whole process. Jack on YouTube says, don't forget to press like. Please don't. Listen to Jack. Thank you, Jack. We need to keep the channel alive because YouTube is in a rotting process. YouTube is rotting off the vine. Twitch is rotting off the vine. But maybe we'll be a beautiful fruit in the middle of all that blossoms into something new over on the streaming side of things. Check us out if you haven't ever before. Go to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie as we do jury duty. A nude driver is in trouble because I guess that's frowned upon these days. Can't be driving around naked, doing donuts in a parking lot. Stunt driving naked in the church parking lot is, I guess, against the law somehow. In South Carolina's Low Country, officers responded at 10:45 to a report of a nude man driving recklessly on Nesbitt Avenue. When they arrived, officers found empty beer cans, tire marks consistent with the vehicle spinning in vehicles, and then they found the man who was with his horn blaring, blocking traffic, wearing only underwear and a tank top, and he had a blanket wrapped around him. He smelled and
nude.
This is going to freak you out a little bit. I know it's going to shock you. He smelled strongly of alcohol at the moment.
I was going to say feces.
Yeah. I would mix of both, maybe.
A scale and white powder that tested positive for cocaine was along with him.
Or do you make the decision not to go hang out or go out to a bar, but instead strip off your clothes, put a towel around you, and do donuts?
Getting high on his own supply.
Not even one other person with him. Totally by himself.
When the world is just not giving you the wins that you're looking for. You say, I need a couple of wins today. I got to get naked, and I got to drive around town. And that ended up with him in some cuffs, unfortunately, for this gentleman. Meanwhile, there is a vampire wife story that I was teasing. Let me see. Is there a report on this? Because it's so weird, this vampire wife story. This is like the whole newscast. Hang on. Let me just see if I can find it here. This was a woman in California. They call her the vampire wife. And she had a samurai sword in her hands. And this is a woman who used a samurai sword to murder her wife and brutally attack her mother-in-law has been sentenced to 35 years to life in prison. That is the sentence handed down. Responding deputies with the LA County Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene to find the victim's mother, waving them down as she walked in the street, blood visible to her right leg and hands, carrying a katana sword as this all went down. She immediately laid down the sword when ordered to do so. And they said this woman had attacked both of them, and they called her the vampire lady this late. Well, how absolutely weird. She was trying to use the sword and trying to suck as much blood from the people she was attacking as she could, like a vampire. She was enjoying seeing the blood coming out. There was no regret at all, acting like a vampire. That is weird.
What happened? Would love some background or psychological.
This is the samurai sword lady here. This is her on the street as the police approached, and she was sliced and diced a little bit at the time.
Also, like blew dry her hair.
She's out there in her skirt, but this was after doing some vampire stuff. But she was found guilty in the samurai sword vampire attacks. She's going to be behind bars for a while, it seems. And the update on the Louvre, I'll hold that back. We'll give it to you when we come back. Plus a story about McDonald's that will probably grab some of you by the shoulders and shake you a little bit. And a man with a shovel. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a vehicle fire getting cleared up, blocking 2 right lanes on Florida's Turnpike southbound before Turkey Lake Service Plaza. Crews have moved that accident off to the shoulder now on I-4 eastbound before Apopka Vineland Road. Traffic starting to get by a little bit better on the express lanes of I-4 westbound at Lee Road. We still got crews clearing up that crash there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their...
Hello! Final hour of the show, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. I'm over here. I'm eyes over here. Okay? I apologize. It followed Forrest right out the door. Forrest is going through it a little bit, folks. He's going through some stuff. But he's still getting things loaded on the computer. Getting things synced up, as it were. Somebody said the vampire lady was trans? Is that true? I didn't see that anywhere. I don't think that's true. But I will show you, chat, a murder hornet. Can you see? That's a murder hornet. That's what killed the father's son. In that circumstance, the story at a louse. Crazy. You want to see something else that's been known to kill people? If they get a look at it, I'll show you. All right? Worse than murder hornets. Rumor has it, if you stare directly at this, it will kill you. So I'm telling you ahead of time. I'm warning you ahead of time. If you stare directly at what is in this jar, you may in fact die. So Forrest, don't do it. It's not worth it.
It might be.
Trust me, it's not worth it. I don't want to curse you all, but Sean in a jar? If you had to vote between one, Sean or Sean in a jar? Sean or Sean in a jar? Gorgeous. Absolutely.
She was definitely Transylvania. I see what you did. What'd you get? She went to the grocery store again. You guys believe this? What is that?
It's the Pilgrim.
Oh, okay, you're showing me. I thought you were showing me how much stuff you got. The Pilgrim's bag. Nice. It's like the Pilgrim salt and pepper shakers. How much you spent? Oh my God, woman! You said, well, on Sunday we wouldn't need any more groceries. Now we've been twice.
What?
We've been twice. How much? You're not saying anything. That's worrying. 1 minute, we're back. How much?
$2.
No, it's not $2. I know it's not $2. How much? Don't make a bandana out of it.
Well, I had to get White Claw.
I don't want all these things.
And soles for my shoes because my feet are starting to hurt because I'm going longer.
How much?
$65.
Oh my God! You're in trouble.
I
Get out
don't
of
need to
here.
go the rest of the week.
You're in trouble. Get out of here.
I'm not in trouble.
You're in trouble. Get out of here. She's in trouble. She's in big trouble. Think money grows on trees? I gotta buy Hubble cams. You think Hubble cams are cheap? Hubble cams aren't cheap. There's no Hubble cam tree. I do. I need some snap. Do you have AC? ASAP. Give me that snap ASAP.
And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. MONEY. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
The News Junkie. That's me, friends. Sabrina and Sealand are here as well. You can learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Settle into the world's most viral newsroom. A grab bag segment has arrived. We've got some ground to cover. First things first, if you hear the keyword, make sure you're playing along, friends. We're making winners out of you out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just for listening to this station, you hear the keyword thing, and it tells you what to do, and you do it. And guess what? The longer that goes on, the more like weeks go by and stuff, the more people go, I'm not going to do that anymore. And then the pool of people who participates dwindles, and then you have an opportunity to just pop up and grab that money. Make it yours, baby. So listen for those keywords, okay? Listen for those and participate on this station. See, Lane, somebody responded about the horse artificial insemination topic, right?
Yes.
I wanted to clear things up. We try to, and if I mess up anything out here, corrections are always welcome. I don't want to screw things up. I want to fake news it.
Well, we kind of got there on our own, but somebody confirmed that yes, you don't pay for just a vial of the winning horse's sperm.
Just for the record, there was a reason why we were talking about this. Cloning was in the news.
Yeah,
Tom Brady cloned his dog.
Sperm Wednesdays.
Somebody anonymously emailed the show and said, hey, in the world of horse racing, you cannot clone any horses, and artificial insemination is banned. And Sealand was like, wait, hold on. I thought
We
That's what
say
they
it
made
every
money
year.
off
We
of.
say it every year on like the 7th or 8th of May, whatever we come back after the horse race. The Kentucky Derby has been run. Now the horse with the most expensive sperm in the world, but it's not the sperm or the semen of the horse that you're buying.
It's the breeding process.
It is, but you're paying a stud fee, like we said, and you do have to actually take the horse over there, and the horse gets a lot of action.
It's physically happening, yeah. So it's
But
not
do they
like a turkey
just
baster.
Keep the horse going until baby made, or there's no. We have to ask Anonymous. again?
Those are breeder questions, because I know that I've heard of the idea of a stud fee before for other things like dogs and stuff. If you want to, if you have like a purebred dog and you want to make some money breeding, I don't know if it's like until we get babies or you pay by the try.
So
Yeah, they
my
only have so
parents-
much time on their hands, right? They can't just sit there for weeks on end.
So my parents used a stud to breed one of their dogs, but for their own puppies. The only thing I remember was the dog was definitely at their house for a couple of days. The breeding process was traumatizing.
That's what I've heard.
And it's just a lot with dogs, especially. They get stuck. It's weird.
Yep.
But the agreement was that the stud mama and papa, like the humans, got first pick of the litter.
Yes, I've heard this before. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a weird world. It's like, I told you guys the one time Courtney and I were walking around the neighborhood a couple of blocks away. Some guy in a van pulls up and rolls down the window. And he's like, "Hey, man." And I go, "Hey." And he's like, "Beautiful dog." And I said, "Thank you, sir." It's like this Mexican dude. And he's like, "Will you stud your dog to our dog?" It was like he was trying to do a dog hookup
in a van,
in the middle of the street in a van. He's like, "We want your dog to have sex with our dog, and because we have a Cavalier too." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is weird, man." But I heard if you do that, like Sabrina said, the process is way more traumatic than you would have thought it was.
So how about the last time I went to go visit my parents, the random dog that came up to it's Priscilla. She's part of the house now. She was in heat. And then one of the puppies, not old enough to get the balls trapped, but was old enough to breed. And I just remember my mom screaming "Come help me," because they were stuck together. And I was like, "Okay, do you have a flashlight?" And my dad pulls out a headlamp. And there I was with a headlamp strapped to my forehead, trying to be like, "All right, I don't know if there's anything. How does this work?" I closed my eyes. I could see it all vividly. And guess what? Puppy was born.
It's not romantic. It's not.
No, it's very awkward and weird. And bless everyone who does it for a living. I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a video called Mr. Hands. And it kind of was like
but those human puppy ponies were so cute.
Okay, we'll just wander off into this for a second, and then I promise we'll get back into the show. Wouldn't it be hilarious if that worked? If
okay, but would it be human head on horse body?
Yes.
Or
we're doing Senator or Minotaur.
The bigger animal controls the body outcome, and the smaller animal controls the head outcome, as I see it. So if you were Mr. Hands in it, and it was a human man and a horse, it would be just a human head on a horse.
Exactly. So not even the abs that you see on those erotic novels. Yeah.
Just the horse's neck is exactly the same, and just a head on top of that.
And the reality is, the guy died. Did he not?
Mr. Hands guy died. Yep, and his friends ditched him at the hospital. They for those of you who don't know, I would just encourage you. Yeah, there's a wiki for this. I think right, Mr. Hands wiki.
A well-deserved one, I'm sure.
Here we go. It's called the Unum Claw horse sex case. And if you were really looking for something to read whilst on the toilet this week, I can recommend nothing better than the Unum Claw, ENUMCLAW
What year
horse
was that?
sex case.
That's like 30 years old, is it not?
2005 was when that went down.
Wow.
Yeah. It was one of the most read stories of the Seattle Times.
Imagine everybody who contributed a story to the Seattle Times in the year 2005, but the most read story was the Enum Claw horse sex case.
Was the man who tried to put 20 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag and learned what happens when you do that?
5 pound butt.
That is true. That is true. And they filmed the whole thing. So if you
don't
anyhow,
just
wouldn't it be a thing though if humans could pull that off? And like your friend goes, I swear to God, I didn't do anything with that donkey. And then you look over and the donkey has the same exact head as your friend, and it's just all out there. And all the cross of species, all the beautiful things.
They had to have tried that without publishing any sort of
it's happened. Yeah, just naturally it's happened over the years.
What? I did not know this.
Oh, you're still reading the wiki page.
Mr. Hands was an engineer who worked for Boeing?
Yes. These guys were smart guys, but they had a particular thing. They were into cross-species stuff. And I heard, you guys are going to look down on me for that because you're going to start thinking things. I heard an interview with one of the guys who was involved in the Mr. Hands video. I am a man of deep internet lore. All right. I am from the underbelly of the internet, and the underbelly of all these videos is where I come from. And I heard an interview with one of the guys who was involved in the Mr. Hands video, the famous Mr. Hands video online. And he was one of the most bizarre people I've ever heard speak in an event.
You don't say.
He calls humans 2-footers and other animals 4-footers. And he'll be like, I don't get along well with 2-footers. My friends and my lovers are 4-footers.
Oh, Jesus.
Or maybe it's 2-leggers and 4-leggers. I don't know. What are the two of those? I don't need to know anymore. I think I know too much already. I got to run away from this.
I want to be a fly on the wall for the people who are hearing about this for the first time.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
the internet's a weird place. The world's a weird place. You start to learn about things like that.
Go to lemonparty.org next.
You learn about your lemon parties. You learn about your Chris Chans. You learn about these things that happen out there on the internet. Goatsies. Yeah. You learn about your goatsies. You and young kids. I don't want you to hear this show and do bad things, but I think it is kind of a rite of passage that younger people should also know the viral shock videos of old. 18. You have to turn. Once you turn 18, then you watch those videos, and then okay, I know what's going on.
Email us anonymous and share your story.
No video, though, please. Just save me on that one. Over at McDonald's, they have huge third quarter sales coming in thanks to some great cheap deals that they've been doing. That has been huge, including their Big Mac meal, their sausage McMuffin meal. Those were massive for them in the third quarter, bringing them $7.08 billion.
Do we think the Monopoly had any hand in this?
I don't think they're there yet. I don't think in that quarter the Monopoly is going to be the big factor. That's still going on now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I think that will be in the fourth quarter for McDonald's, I believe. This is July through September. That's what the sales are based on. And McDonald's announced these. And surprisingly, snack wraps have been absolutely massive for them. I don't have to worry about that because Courtney makes homemade snack wraps, and they are the greatest thing that any human has ever made in a kitchen ever. She makes fancy, uplifted, upscaled.
Looks like Monopoly's done.
Is it?
I can't tell.
Improved on snack wraps that are, they're so good. They are so incredibly good. I guess they're working for McDonald's too on their end. The whole business model is shaping up for them. Grab bag segment moving along. There's a couple other things I wanted to hit on. At the Louvre, they now have, they're continuing to search for the $100+ million in gems that were stolen from the Louvre in broad daylight by a bunch of dodos. And they now have announced, I don't know why this is surprising to me at all, that it appears there might have been some additional security issues at the most popular museum on planet Earth. The museum that houses famed things like the Mona Lisa, for example, in Paris, not too far from the center of Paris and the Eiffel Tower and all of that stuff. One thing that they have found in this investigation after this robbery at the Louvre is that the security system password may have been a little bit weak.
No.
The security system password for the Louvre was Louvre.
No numbers, no capitals.
LOUVRE. That was the password to the security system.
It's been like that for years.
System at the Louvre, the core system was protected by a video surveillance server that had the password Louvre. And then if you wanted to get further into the system, they used software called Thales, Thales, and the secure password to that to get deeper down into the Louvre security system. The Thales password was Thales. So not exactly the most secure thing in the world. This was kind of a joke. It is not exactly what the movies showed us, going under the lasers and, using people from Cirque du Soleil. None of that was needed, actually. Just a couple of dodos and the password that was the most obvious one. That's what leads us there. And finally, for the grab bag segment, it was announced late yesterday, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz have been announced as returning for the new Mummy movie.
What?
They're bringing it back, baby. And I think Ready or Not, the directors of Ready or Not, which was a fun movie if you haven't seen it, the directors of Ready or Not are the ones behind this reboot of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
What was the one that involved Tom Cruise?
That was The Mummy.
There.
Yes. That was another series of Mummy movies that did not do well. Or maybe it was one with Tom Cruise. I'm not sure. Didn't perform as well as they wanted it to. I think they are going to consider the stuff that was in that movie in making this new one. But this should be interesting. I mean, I love the ride so much that I'm glad it'll have some new movie content to be associated with. So that's what they announced yesterday. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, I think is how you say her name, but I might be saying that wrong, will return for a new The Mummy movie, according to The Hollywood Reporter. When will it be out? I have no idea, but Radio Silence is the company behind it. They're known for the Scream movies and for several other recent hits out there. Sean Daniels, and he did Scream 5 and 6, which were boring. Abigail he did, which was pretty fun to watch. And a couple other things. He I think is working on some Universal Monster stuff, which is interesting because I saw the preview for this new Frankenstein. Honestly, I think it looks kind of cool. This new Frankenstein that's coming out this week on, I believe, Netflix. They're rebooting the monster stuff.
I would be down with that because I don't know that I've sat down and watched any of the original Frankenstein stuff.
I haven't.
I
I've
just
read the
know
book
about Frankenstein. I know that whenever we call the monster Frankenstein, people correct us because it's Dr. Frankenstein.
That's wrong. Yeah,
it was Dr. Frankenstein's monster.
Yep, that's true.
But
they just call him the monster, I think, in the book, at least from Mary Shelley.
Yeah, I haven't read any of the books, don't know any of that other stuff, and so it would be good to connect with some of that material and kind of know about it.
I like it. We're rebooting it, and I also like Brendan Fraser. I think he's cool. Over on Twitch, somebody says, the Mummy movies are really great. The kiddos may be the perfect age for them right now. I love The Mummy. They should make a ride out of it at Universal. Kevin, I have good news for you.
What?
Good news indeed, and it's a fun ride even after all of these years. All right, that actually the one other thing I'll force into this because I think it's kind of an interesting conversation. The LA Times had a story in their business section. Mostly the LA Times is full of garbage, but this was kind of interesting. And they had one of their writers, Nilesh Christopher Nilesh, I would imagine. And this person went over to India to document the rise of something called AI arm farms. Okay? And in India, people are getting paid to do something. And they're told to wear this, and they put a little GoPro on their head. And then they're told to do what they're normally doing anyways. So, like, this is a woman who folds clothes, and she puts a GoPro on her head and records herself as she's slowly folding articles. And she will take it, lay it down softly, very carefully, and then she will fold the items that she's looking for. People are doing this same thing with GoPros on their head. They're knitting, they're sewing things, they're creating things, they're working on all sorts of things. But just like it's kind of weird in the workplace to have to train your replacement, They're doing this to train AI how to do all of these activities that they're working on.
Was that little Neo robot's not going to learn everything on its own?
Bingo. Yeah. And Neo needs to power up. He's still got somebody behind the scenes controlling him with strings, basically.
See, right now, just chatting with ChatGPT and those other large language models, it seems really advanced until you run into something that you're like, oh, wow, AI is not good at understanding blank. And so when you're thinking about it in terms of completing tasks like this woman, folding clothes like this, making sure it's perfect. And then we watched that Neo robot that did it and just did a piss poor job at folding that sweater. And they were like, I guess this is good enough,
It
right?
looked like a fitted sheet because no one knows how to fold those.
They need these facilities in India. They call them arm farms, AI arm farms in India, where young engineers strap GoPros to their foreheads and fold laundry or pack boxes or do other things to teach humanoid robots how to do these chores of the future.
But what I also realized, the current ChatGPT, Google AI, the stuff that we use on a regular basis does not have a firm grasp upon is the idea of syllables in the English language.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all of these things they have to learn from what? In many cases, humans. And
exactly.
Why couldn't they be given a video and get the idea of it?
But this is the video. This is the human creates the video that then is fed into the AI to teach it how to do these things to replace us. Is that a sellout thing as a human to be teaching the AI that's going to take away all of these jobs? This says it's a company called Objectways. They sent 200 towel folding videos to a client in the United States. The company has more than 2,000 employees. About half of them label sensor data from autonomous cars and robotics, and the rest work on a generative AI system. They said they are doing things involving arm reaching, fingers gripping, fabric sliding, folding clothes, tagging towels, doing all of these different things to teach the AI to replace us eventually. I know you need some money, but that's some sellout material right there. They're really just giving it up to the overlords, the AI overlords. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll get into a man with a shovel who's made his way into the news. More from yesterday's election outcomes that might be worth mentioning. And Oreo has a terrible idea, and all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are blocked on US 27 southbound near Citrus Grove Road. There's a crash blocking multiple lanes on Florida's Turnpike southbound before Turkey Lake Service Plaza, on I-4 eastbound before Apopka Vineland Road. Traffic's getting by a little bit better now. That accident's been moved off to the shoulder, although there's still some slowdowns you might get caught up in. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique.
Hello again. It's me. It's me. What's everybody doing? How's chatting? I got a weird glitch on my that's because I have the wrong thing. I have not refreshed this all day. I don't even know how many people are in chat right now. Couldn't see the number. Forrest is over there editing away at the footage, which now I'm jealous because that means he's getting to see the footage. I wonder if I pull it up. Could I see? Nah, I'm not gonna mess with him. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt J. Will. Hello. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Bootsy. Hi, Silent Coda. Working in a ceiling replacing lights with LED panels. Can you see the boobs? I don't know. I don't have access to the footage. It is currently being kept under lock and key. But I did see the boobs. I mean, I saw them at one point in time. They were boobs. Yeah. It's about as nice as I could put it. I didn't see them in the venue. They came out later. These were not boobs that stayed in a lot. But, I don't know. I don't know where in the room it was. I didn't see, I feel like I didn't see as much of the room as Sean did. I mean, he was a little elevated. Yeah, there were boobs. Water boys, there were. Kayla, you know who the boobs belong to. You know. You were there for the aftermath. Yes, you did. That's right. Saw the honestly, between all us girls, never been less excited to see boobs. That is not true, water boys. That is not true. But yeah, it's. I don't want to be mean, but that woman had a lot of beverages and had a lot of boobs. And I hope she made it safely back to where she came from. Anywho, it wasn't even a sanctioned after party. It was just where I ended up first. It wasn't even where I ended up last. I closed out the night, or my portion of the night, at Wally's, and then came home and was in bed pretty quickly. In fact, then I had to go run errands in the morning, and that was a thing because we had a big day for Halloween. I had to shift right into Halloween mode. Had to go pick up Sabrina's couch. It was a whole thing. But thanks to those of you who were there, it was a fantastic time. 10 out of 10. Would roast again. I've actually spent all weekend thinking about it, and then kept coming up with jokes that would have been ways to tell some of them better. Could have milked an extra laugh out of this one here, or done that one different. But Kevin, haven't seen boobs in a long time. Well, the interesting, funny part, I don't know. The boob lady, we'll call her, did say she was trying to get laid that night, and I was like, you're usually the women have the upper hand on that. A lot of times, you could probably, if you put your mind to it. But I mean, she was pretty drunk, so I don't know. Don't know. That's not always the case. It just seems like the case sometimes. Betting somebody sent in a boob dispatch, let him see that one. Kevin, just look some up. Go to a place where there are boobs. Plenty of places. Anyway, it's a lot of boob talk for the day. But I'm curious to go spy on that computer that Forrest is using, if he's even using that one. See what's on the docket there. How it looks. Got 20-ish seconds left. So I will see you on the other side.
App. Search the Good Stuff podcast and listen now.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. MONEY. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Just a second. We'll also get to you. Your feedback is rolling in, and it's easy for you to join the show with your thoughts, your opinions. I know you have them. You're a unique individual person, all right? And the person that you are, I'm sure you have some sort of really valuable opinions in there, and I'd love to hear those. So send an email or a dispatch. Dispatches, you can record audio and video on thenewsjunkie.com. Email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. This is a story that's kind of bothering me, and it's because it's about a guy, a husband, who got into it with his wife, and that can be a bad idea in and of itself, but this case gets worse because this husband was talking to the police after his wife jammed an 8-inch knife in his eye after she stabbed
8
him.
inches?
Yeah, like
is that
the
not
censored
at your brain?
The censored version of this, and she's next to him as this is going on. Why did you stab him, for God's sake? And he keeps playing with the knife. The cops are like, stop talking
It's blurred
about
out.
it.
I'm still not feeling well.
Look at the blur is so enormous coming off this guy's head. I'll put this up on
Okay,
See
but
It Now.
not all 8 inches did not go into his eye.
Not all the way in, but pretty close. Pretty close to it. As this guy's just sitting there talking along. Hang on, is there audio to this? It's probably a different language, so we're not going to be able to hear it. What the hell have you done to him? Don't touch the knife. Don't touch the knife, he said. We've called an ambulance. Why did you stab him, Lisa? Why did you stab him, for God's sake? He's bleeding. Okay, I don't even want to think about that, man.
Cute
That is
couple.
sticking with me like it's sticking in his eye socket right now. I will put that up. I know. Just when you think, like, if you're like, my relationship has problems.
If you think about, like,
There's this.
Yeah, but, like, you know, your eye, right? And then 8 inches back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your dead brain.
That's a lot.
That's deadly.
That's going in there, yeah. I'm putting this up right now. I'll just put stabbed in the eye because that makes a lot of sense, honestly. That's a eye catcher.
That's a
good title.
That's
it.
I didn't want to use eye in the thing that I said, but I had no choice.
Still did it.
I saw that I was heading 70
Well-
miles an hour for that pun and could not swerve.
See it
was
now, unless
unavoidable.
it's that guy, you have to see it.
Check it out over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into a couple of emails here. Somebody sending in radar image of the UPS crash. I did see that. It's always a weird thing when there's a plane crash or an explosion that's a large explosion. Sometimes it will actually show up on a radar sweep. The like smoke from the explosion.
Yeah, quite the plume.
Yeah, and that's how big this explosive cloud was that it did actually show up on that. And a lot of other people sent in many different videos from that. No, I think I might actually. Hang on. Oh, this is a screen recording. Hang on. Let me pull this up, C-Lane, because they did send across this. Yeah, this is the graphic. Oh, that's it. So you see like a massive cloud pop up as if it's a huge storm in Louisville, Kentucky. But it's not a storm. It's a huge plume of smoke from the plane crash that happened right outside of Louisville. That's what is popping up on this. Pretty crazy, actually. I mean, it's amazing even more people weren't killed in this incident. And we forget about this world of people who are flying around all over the place, but they're not flying cockpits of planes full of people that are just commuting from place to place. They're just flying your stuff. And they're flying your stuff from place to place. And that's what was happening in this case. It was the UPS plane.
I know this is really low on the priority list for them because they just lost, human pilots. They have a lot of damage on the ground. That's both to them and and also to the other surrounding buildings that weren't theirs.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think the people whose packages were in that plane, like if they checked their tracking numbers right now, would know?
It's minor problem.
They were all scanned in at the facility. They might have been scanned onto the airplane.
I mean, UPS tells you what area they're in.
Yeah.
So it might just be that meter right in the middle.
If you're in Honolulu right now,
you might see that this sucker is stuck in Kentucky and not going anywhere. Somebody else sent in a photo dispatch of what it would look like if a horse and me got together. Very weird. You can see that on the submitted dispatch.
A lot of work went into this one. I could tell a lot of. Gosh.
In a world of AI advancements, this person has not used any of them. They have decided to go pretty old school and just copy paste. Dr. Rob is going to talk to us about growing up on a farm. Let's listen in.
Good afternoon, news junkies. Hey, long ago when I was working my way through fake medical school to become a fake doctor, I worked for an old man who grew up on a farm at a beverage warehouse.
Yeah.
And he told the group of us, he goes, show me a boy that grew up on a farm that hadn't banged a sheep.
Okay.
And I'll show you a liar.
All right. I don't want to know if this is true or not. I don't know farm life enough. I don't want to know farm life enough. I grew up like in the woods, basically, in a place called the Acreage, and I don't know anything about that, but we'll just leave it there. We'll leave it right where it is now. Megan with a story. Hopefully this is something different, a different topic.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
So my parents used to breed Irish setters, and we were lucky enough to have both the male and the female.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to worry about finding a stud for our girl. But the most traumatizing part of all of it, out of the 4 litters that this dog had, she was nice enough to give birth on my bed one night while I was asleep in it.
Oh.
I woke up to a soaking wet mattress and 9 brand new puppies laying next to me.
Oh
my
To be honest, it was
God.
actually kind of
9.
cool. Hope you have a great day. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, I like how at the end she's like, honestly, it was kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool because you got 9 little puppies looking
Not
up
if you
at you.
roll over and smash one of the puppies.
9 afterbirth.
Or roll over on this soaking wet mattress.
That
which
was
is
inevitable.
just
She definitely
disgusting.
caught some of that.
I can't do it. I
All right.
cannot. All right. Well, I've got more from you here as we wrap things up here on a Wednesday, but we'll get to those final dispatches. Of course, we'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. All of that on the schedule in the amount of time that we have left. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends. A classic alternative.
Gotta keep them separated.
Classic alternative this week.
Florida forecast, and for our Wednesday, we're actually going to see temperatures that are warmer than days past and a little warm.
Hello, everybody. We're wrapping it up for today. Last chance, last opportunity to be an amazing person and hit that like button right now. It's free. It doesn't take a lot of effort from you. You can do it on a television. If you're on Apple TV, just scroll down real quick, hit that like button. You could do it on your phone. Just hit the like button on your laptop, on a desktop computer, whatever you're on. Please and thank you. Hit that like button right now. And now it's time to rate the show on a Wednesday. 10 out of 10 is a humdinger, a real winner of a show. 1 out of 10 is a steaming pile of crap. Where do we land today? Rate the show out of 10.
Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Rate the show out of 10. 8.6 gambling savants out of 10. It's fair. It's fair for today. 8.8 clone puppies out of 10. Working on raids on Twitch. 8 out of 10 people confused about how gambling works. Don't yell at me, Sean. 8.5, 9.9 wet puppies. Ew. 8 sheep effers out of 10. 7.5 sea lanes still confused. 10 out of 10 samurai swords. 10 out of 10 double dough mics. 7 Frankenstein monsters out of 10. Hit the like every day. Thank you. God bless. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I'm going with a 9.6, Sean. And the only reason it's not a 10 is I wasn't listening that long. 10 out of 10 for the Courtney appearances. God bless. God bless, everybody. Now I've got to get, today I learned, we'll be back to wrap it up. Figure out who's going to be the chatter of the day, okay?
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks.
All right, I'm back. Chatter of the day. Think hard. Think long. Think thick. Think smart. Think about gambling. Think about Mamdani. Think about Kumo. Kumo. Who is our chatter of the day today? Just a couple minutes left to come back and wrap up the show. Really gotta hone in on a good pick for chatter of the day. Should be somebody who really stood out. Somebody who brought it. Somebody who routinely brings it. A man's man. A person who is tough, who has a leather man with leather skin. A person who knows crankshafts and front ends and rear ends like you never heard of in your life. A person who knows the underside of their V8 Hemi more than you know the underside of anything. The biggest, strongest man in chat, Abraham Dragon Friend on Twitch, is our chatter of the day. Congratulations, Abraham Dragon Friend. Our chatter of the day on Twitch. Go over on Twitch as they do a raid. I think that's what they're doing. Always fun. Always a good time. And now, it's time to end the show. God bless you.
Warning, this product contains nicotine.
I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow to do it all over again. With a little more pizzazz. And a few more explosions. For now, friends. Until next time, it's time for the final segment. Stay gold.
We love nicotine pouches. For a limited time, we're offering listeners 10% off their first order. Use this code Tucker10 at checkout. That's alppouch.com. Tucker10 at checkout is the discount code. alppouch.com. Not for sale to minors. Must be 21 plus to purchase.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio. Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Wednesday. Why not? We'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday here on the show. Thanks, friend. It's been a blast. Hanging out with you is just the highlight of my day. And we'll do it all over again tomorrow. You just tune in right here, the same way you did this time. And we'll roll through everything going on viral in the world in 24 hours. And I look forward to it, honest to God. But for right now, it's time to do the final dispatches. So here goes.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe. No guarantees. No guarantees. Let's peek around in here in the final dispatches. Maybe we'll do one. Maybe we'll do more. I'll refresh for the latest. This is not going to do that one. An old story from Rick.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
Rick, formerly from Frank Gay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my Banditos. You guys ran a story about a year ago about a guy who got his arm chopped off or bitten off. So I'm at the bar here now, and that's where it happened.
Oh, really?
Swimming in gator signs. Decided to bring you back down memory lane, guys. Love y'all.
Well, be careful out there. I guess this is where somebody got their arm ripped off by a gator out there in the real world. Be careful, please. This is the last one I think we're going to do today. This is... Let's go to Jay Ryan.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
I hope you're having a wonderful day.
You too.
I just got done interviewing at Northwestern University for their Master's in Counseling program. It is the number 6 program ranked in the country for counselors.
Nice.
I just need some good vibes. I did all the things I'm supposed to. My CV is amazing. I've done a bunch of advocacy work.
Good vibes.
On paper, I am a fantastic candidate, and the interview just tells whether they like me as a person or not. So either I'm going to be excited or I'm going to go cry because they hated me.
True.
So yeah, good vibes, and I'll update you guys in 2 weeks when I found out.
Good luck, friend.
Dang.
Good luck.
2 weeks is a long time
Way
to
too
wait.
long. Just tell me the next day, please.
Be sweating a little bit from that for sure. All right, that'll do it for those. Let me just see if I need to read. No, we're good on emails. And now we'll get into the stories that didn't make the cut. In California, a man's in trouble. He had a shovel, and that leads to him being behind bars for a while. A 32-year-old Santa Paula, California man was arrested for attempted murder with a shovel and a knife. And a 30-year-old Santa Paula man was hospitalized with head injuries and stab wounds for being on the other end of the shovel and the knife, as you might imagine. 6:45 p.m., this all went down. They started to get into it with each other. One man said, "I'll be right back," came back with a shovel in one hand and a knife in the other, and started to attack his pal. The rest is history. They end up in one in hospital and one behind bars, at least for the time being.
That's what friends are for.
Basically, yeah. I saw this going viral today. This young girl. Yeah, I talked about going to H Mart recently, the Asian supermarket.
Yeah.
And this would have probably scarred me for life. This young girl. Super cute, right? They bring her to the Asian supermarket and they have all these big tanks. Yeah, they have all these big tanks with like huge fish that you can buy for dinner and lobsters and crabs and all that. She's having fun looking at them. All the fish are right there ready for you to grab and eat and cook at home.
That's a lot in one tank. Oh my God, it came out of nowhere. One more time. Yeah.
One more time.
The fish flopped out of the aquarium at the Asian market.
I think you should get to keep that fish.
It hit her right in the face.
Are you sure this is an AI? It's so perfect.
It's a bit of a big fish.
Like, look at this bitch looking over at us. Get him, Tom.
I would have been scarred for life if that happened to me.
And that's how vegans are born.
Yeah. I don't know if I could eat this thing, Mom and Dad. What is this?
One more time. Just send the link. I'm going to watch this.
Yeah, I'll put this up on See It Now for those of you who are watching. It just walloped this little girl. Hang on. I can do this in real time.
She's okay.
Yeah, she's all right, but she will never forget this moment in this fish. It won't be something that she forgets anytime soon.
I wonder how Jack would react to that. That'd be a hell of a thing.
If history is any prologue for this, Sea Lion, Jack would be incredibly scared and start crying, and then afterwards, when you showed him the video of it, he would laugh.
Yeah.
Hysterically, and
that
just
sounds
really
about right.
Girl hit by fish is over there for you to see the visual over on See It Now. Take a peek. That's up on thenewsjunkie.com. Click the menu, click See It Now, and bam, you're watching what we're watching, dropping down those barriers just like that. All right, that'll have to do it for today. It's been good to hang out with you, but now it's time to get out the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned for a Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Can't believe that. Today I learned this movie right here. That's right. The Wizard of Oz was a box office success when it was first released in 1939, but not really in the long run because it resulted in a net loss of over $1 million for MGM because even though it made over $2 million, big at the time at the box office, it cost $3 million to make the movie back in the day. Expensive to do all those, early effects, I guess you could say.
All that yellow paint for the bricks.
That's right. Yeah, you got the witches in there. Oh, by the way, our friends at Universal who invited us out recently to go to their parks and do Halloween Horror Nights and stuff, they have a whole thing for Wicked that's a museum.
Oh, yeah.
Of, on display all the stuff they were wearing in the Wicked movie, the first one.
Jason, I know, is attached to that, and, I mean, it looks incredible. Also, the actresses that they have playing... the witches,
Elphaba
and
Gwenda.
They look exactly like.
Yeah, they were really good, and they have the actual screen used stuff on display.
That's cool.
They're so tiny, so tiny. Today, learn this lady right here. This song.
Benny and the Jet.
Escape the Pina Colada song. Pina Colada.
Why did I think you asked a different question?
I said this lady, and then I tried to correct myself. Rupert Holmes, the man who sang Escape the Pina Colada song, said he had never tasted a pina colada in his life. Now he regrets going to bars and getting noticed because it annoys him when people send over pina coladas to the Pina Colada song guy. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show?